Like a beacon on a hilltop, Ada breezes furrow the black and gold. Fresh off of a disappointing night in Pittsburgh County, McAlester basketball has traveled an hour west to POTAC County for the latest edition of a historic rivalry. Will they pounce on the Ada Cougars, or will it be all Ada in this Saturday matinee? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the Ada Cougar Activity Center in Ada, Oklahoma for the first time in 3 years. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Nate Brown, and you're tuned into the Lady Buffalo pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as video streaming at the McAlester Radio YouTube channel, also at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. This afternoon, we had the Ada Lady Cougars and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Partner, good to have you officially back on the call after last week. One, how are you feeling? And two, what are you feeling as we prepare for one of the state's biggest rivalries?
Well, it is very good to be back. I'm feeling a lot better. Did end up with the flu for a little bit. I was very sad that I wasn't able to be there for the Old Fort Classic Championship, but you did a great job on that. You ran a fantastic stream, and it was some great basketball there too. And I'm feeling pretty good about these couple games. Want to see them knock the rust off a little bit, because we saw that in both games last night. Both teams, or really all four teams last night, not shooting very well. Want to see a little bit better here today.
And speaking of seeing, I apologize on the video stream where they set us up here today. There is in the middle of a walkway, so there might be at times today where you see people walking in front of the camera. So there might be a little bit of a lasp in what you're able to see, but that's why we're also on radio as well.
Yes.
Every game that we have that you see on the video stream is always going to be also on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app as well, or at McAllisterRadio.com. But let's quit talking about that and talk about the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. They're 5-14 on the year, led by second-year head coach Courtney Bashirs. Looking at the game yesterday, both teams shot poorly, but McAlester shot 8% worse than Tulsa Memorial in a 38-31 loss. McAlester was just 21% from the field and 11 of 22 from the free throw line to Memorial's 10 of 21. So again, neither team really all that great from the free throw line, despite having a combined 43 free throw attempts. McAlester did out-rebound Memorial 36-29 and 16-12 on the offensive glass, but lost the turnover battle 15-10. This is the biggest story, though. McAlester had 3 starters foul out. Hadn't seen that in a long time.
Yeah.
Zoomer, Lesnow, and Ivy, and was running all freshmen with a minute left in a 5-point game. 37 combined fouls in yesterday's game, 21 to McAlester, 16 to Tulsa Memorial. A couple of ladies stood out, though. Cambry Zoomer had 11 points on 5 rebounds and 3 steals. Myla Cole had 9 points and 8 boards. And Rylan Lesnow, despite the limited action, she was able to... We have people falling behind us over here. 7 points. Yes, you heard me right. We have people falling behind here.
Yes.
Someone was so excited to see somebody, they wanted to give them a hug and threw them to the ground.
Who among us, right?
Who among us, right? 7 points over Rylan Lesnow, and she had 8 rebounds in what was a solid piece of trying to get the Lady Buffaloes back into the game, and she did so. Lady Buffaloes only lost by 7 despite trailing by double digits for the majority of the middle quarters. But now we go to a non-district game, but don't tell anyone else that, because this feels just about as big as any district game, because it's against the Ada Lady Cougars. McAllister's arch nemesis. The Ada Lady Cougars are 9-7 on the year, led by 13-year head coach Christy Jennings, and also the athletic director for Ada Public Schools. For Ada Lady Cougars, they're averaging 38.8 points per game on the year, giving up 37.4 points per game, coming off an 18-11 record last year, losing to Ardmore in the area tournament 71-54. So far this season, they finished 4th place in the Sequoia Invitational after finishing 7th in it last year, and also they were 1-0 in the ECOC, which was canceled due to weather a year ago as well. So far, McAlester and Ada, they played a couple of mutual opponents, starting with Glenpool. McAlester losing a couple of games by 30+. Well, so did the Ada Lady Cougars. They lost 59-23 in the Sequoia Invitational. They also lost to Durant 48-18 in the ECOC. That's the tournament that's held here in Ada. But then they beat Durant in Durant 28-19, and you might be wondering, well, why was it such a wide margin in that game after they lost by 30 points? It's because just like the McAlester boys, the Durant Lady Lions, they got hit by a little bit of illness too. They weren't able to play in a tournament a week ago because they were down with the bug a little bit. So they were shorthanded, and Ada took full advantage of it, and they were able to take a big win over the Durant Lady Lions, which are currently number 2 in the 5A4 standings.
I guess you could say they were down with the sickness.
I've used that joke plenty over the last couple of weeks, and I'm tired of using that joke. But now let's look at the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. The last time that these two teams played was last year. McAlester won 61-55. McAlester has won 2 in a row, but Ada has won 6 out of the last 8. Their last win was a 72-68 overtime thriller here in this gym on January 17th, 2023, 3 years ago since we've come to Ada to play basketball. But in the game last year, McAlester played one of their best games of the season. They shot 3% better from the field, 17% better from 3, were 12 of 14 from the free throw line, and were even in the turnover battle. Also, Cambry Zoomer had one of the best overall stat lines that you'll ever find in high school basketball. 42% from the field, 7 of 14 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the line, 10 rebounds, 7 steals, 32 points. From a point guard that stands at 5'2", she had a double-double.
She had a great day.
That's not just a great day. That is a historic day. It is her career high, and we're hoping that she doesn't have to have the same performance, but we're hoping that she brings back that action a little bit. As again, she had a great Old Fort Classic, averaging around 20 points per game last week, but we're hoping that maybe she can add a little bit of salt from the wound to the Ada Lady Cougars, because again, a lot of Ada players to us have just had our number. Of course, you think of Owens.
Landon Owens.
Owens, and then obviously the last couple of years before she ended up going now over to
Auburn.
And that was
Sanaya
Richardson, who ended up just completely being a baller for the Ada Lady Cougars for a while. Hopefully, Cambry Zoomer can be that Ada killer like those two players were McAlester killers back in the day. So speaking of players to watch, let's get started with that. And your first one, obviously, is going to be Cambry Zoomer.
That's right. Last year against the Lady Cougars in the MAC, Cambry had the best game of her career, scoring 32 points on 7 of 14 from three-point range, along with bringing down 10 rebounds and coming up with 7 steals, which only tied her career high. Is not solely her career high. She had 7 against Noble JV in the Bridge Creek tournament. If she can come up with even a relatively similar stat line today in Ada, McAlester should be well on their way back into the win column. Next up, Rylan Lesnow. Rylan also had a great game against Ada last season, scoring 12 points and grabbing 7 rebounds. As long as she can stay out of foul trouble, Rylan could have a big day against Ada today in the post.
I will say that last night really wasn't all her fault.
No, it wasn't her fault. I'm just talking in general this season.
I know. I'm also saying that in defense of Rylan, because I know that that's also a point of emphasis when it comes to her play this year. Last night was an anomaly when it came to, I don't think, 2 or 3 of the fouls against her maybe was kind of anyway.
I completely agree. And finally, Katie Ivey. I'm interested to see Katie Ivey play in her first game against Ada as someone who hasn't played in this rivalry before, and she's one of your primary ball handlers on offense. I'm excited to see Katie play in a more expanded role to help open up the offense.
Something ironic, the 3 players that are your players to watch, the 3 players that fouled out for McAlester last night.
That's a reason.
Keys to the game.
Control the fouls. We talked about it yesterday. You had to stay out of foul trouble against the Lady Chargers, and you ended up having 3 of your biggest offensive threats foul out of the game with about half of the fourth quarter left. If you're going to come out of a rivalry game with a win, especially against the Lady Cougars, you have to keep your leading scorers out of foul trouble. Number 2, continue to try to find the 3. While the 3 wasn't really falling for you yesterday, you were able to find some open 3-point shots. Despite them not falling, you have to continue taking those 3s to open up the paint for Cambry, Rylan, and Mila Cole to go to work. And finally, keep your head in the game. Like famous basketball player / singer Troy Bolton said, you got to keep your head in the game. That is especially true for rivalry games, including POTAC, where these games can get a little intense sometimes. If the game starts to trend away, don't panic, play your game, and focus. If you get out to a lead, you have to keep up the intensity like you're trailing. Focus on that and getting out of here with a win.
Got to make a slight correction there for you. He said, get your head in the game. You got to get your head in the game.
I wasn't going to go that far with it, but there you go.
Hey, we have about 2.5 minutes until we have our starting lineups announced, and I believe our national anthem as well. This game brought to you by Sam Wobbler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, WE Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown, getting ready for a POTAC Saturday matinee when we return here on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force 210 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready Z-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to the Cougar Activity Center. Let's send it over to the Pride of Ada for the playing of our national anthem. Barton, are you ready?
Let's play some basketball.
All right, again, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, the road team on the scoreboard. Obviously, the road team overall. They're wearing their road black jerseys with the golden numerals on the front and back. Your starting lineup looks like this. Number 1, junior guard Cambry Zoomer. Number 5, junior forward Rylan Lesnow. Number 15, sophomore guard Katie Ivy. Number 20, freshman guard Parker Cochran. And number 23, freshman forward Mila Cole. Lady Buffaloes 5-14, led by second-year head coach Courtney Pashiers. Now for the Ada Lady Cougars, wearing their home white uniforms with the maroon numerals on the front and back, and maroon Cougars across the front with the maroon accents. You have number 14, Chloe Martin, the 5'6" junior. You have number 10, Jadis Burns, the 5'9" sophomore. Number 12, Amaya Howell, the 5'4" sophomore. Also have number 31, Ava Campos, the 6'2" junior. And number 35, Anaya Amarthley, the 6'1" junior. Ada Lady Cougars 9-7 on the season, led by 13th-year head coach Christy Jennings, and as we mentioned earlier in the pregame show, the athletic director for Ada High School.
And also, fun fact, Coach Jennings just this month recently hit her 400th career win.
Oh, congratulations to Coach Jennings. Hopefully she doesn't get 401 or 402 or whatever that would be.
Wherever she's at right now.
We're about to have tip-off that's brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. That's 918-426-6571. Any final thoughts here, Nate, before we get started?
I'm just excited to see another rivalry game. Like you said, it's been a long time since I've been in this gym. I'm excited to see some more basketball here.
Anaya Amarthley and Rylan Lesnow in the circle. Tip is won by McAlester, and it's basketball time in the Heartland. They're going to be moving left to right across the radio dial and video screen in the first half. Ada Lady Cougars will be moving right to left. And, of course, we are in the middle of a walkway, so there's going to be some people that will stand in front of our video camera here tonight. We apologize. I say tonight, today, as we have a matinee today. So here's an early interception by the Ada Lady Cougars. That's Ava Campos going down the floor, stopping left wing. McAlester had 15 turnovers last night against the Tulsa Memorial Lady Chargers. Turnovers really weren't the issue for McAlester. It was the shooting. Speaking of shooting, here's an airballed left elbow two that goes straight out of bounds. Officials say that there was no block, last touch by the shooter, so it'll be McAlester basketball as it goes into the Ada cheerleaders. Zoomer takes it down the floor. She'll pass across to Ivy, right front court. Against a 2-3 zone defense that spans the length of the half of court area, Cochran has it left wing. Cochran looking high post, passing high post, high pass, now back outside, near corner three by Zoomer's on the way, painted gold. That's a good start. Cambry Zoomer hit 7 3-pointers against Ada last year, 7 of 14 for a career-high 32 points. That's how you want to get started.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered after yesterday.
And with a near steal, there's an early foul here. Let's see if it's on Ivy or Zoomer. They called on Zoomer as Amaya Howell was double-teamed inside her own paint. 1:05 into the first quarter. McAlester wants to continue to press far sideline. Pass across, press beaten. Amarthley gets it inside, driving in Campos. Campos' left-handed layup is good over Parker Cochran, and it's a 3-2 McAlester advantage. One thing that we saw when we went to the Sequoia Invitational, now obviously the Sequoia Tahlequah Indians are a fantastic team year in and year out, and they really put the hurt on Ada last year. So there's an early steal for Ada, but we saw that Sequoia Tahlequah gave Ada trouble when it came to pressure, and that's what McAllister's coach, Courtney Bashirs, is really wanting to apply here early on in the first 2 minutes. Near corner, Howell gets a high post. Gets around Les, now there's a travel. Moved off the pivot foot and then took an extra 2 steps, and that gives the ball back to the Lady Buffaloes. Again, 3-2 McAllister leads with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in quarter number 1.
And that's what the pressure will do for you right there. Force turnovers.
Ivy to Cochran into the corner to Les now. Les now still against this 2-3 zone. Rainbow lob back to the front court to Cochran, who passes across to the edge of the circle to Zoomer. Zoomer finds a lane, but now backs it on up as she's facing pressure opposite of Jadis Burns. Now looking inside. A contested pass to Mila Cole is intercepted on a great play made by Anaya Amarthley. And now the Cougars move right to left into the corner. With it is Martin. Martin passes right elbow. Zoomer guarding the post player back outside. Right wing three is solid. Made by Amaya Howell, and that's the first lead of the day for the Ada Lady Cougars. McAlester right now has only attempted 1 shot that they've made. I don't think that they've attempted anything else here, and we're almost 3 minutes into the first quarter. They can't stop turning the ball over right now.
That's correct, yes.
Bounce pass to Ivy. Ivy, overhead pass back to Les now. Les now on the attack. Tries to feed it inside to Cole. Cole dives for it by the high post. She's trampled on. And there'll be a jump ball called. And it's going to be Ada basketball. Ada never had the ball.
Nope.
And what happened was Mila Cole got jumped on. Like her upper body was jumped on to try to go after that ball. That should have been a foul on whoever did that.
We're doing this again, aren't we?
5:08 left in the first quarter. It's still a 2-point game. McAlester, again, has only attempted 1 shot that they have made. Pass inside. Right block 2 is up. Rims out. Offensive rebound. Put back up. No good, but free throws as there was a foul on Rylan Lesnow, her first. Team second. And at the line will be Anaya Amarthley, the 6'1" junior. One thing that these two teams have in common, neither team has a single senior on the roster.
Oh, really?
Nope. No senior on the roster for the Lady Cougars. Junior with her right foot in front of the left and nearly a quiet gym. Can't make the first free throw as it clanks off the front iron. 2-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Second free throw coming up from Amarthley. Shot in the air. That one is good. Last year against McAlester, they were 75% from the line. And now they have doubled the lead of McAlester 6-3. Coach Bashirs wants a timeout with 4:58 left in the first. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff basketball on KNED. Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. After McAlester made their only shot that they have taken so far, the Ada Lady Cougars have gone on a 6-0 run. Right now, McAlester can't stop turning the ball over, really against half-court pressure. That's what it's come down to. Ivy wants to inbound it. She'll find Cole along the far sideline. Now Ivy fakes it right and goes left, still in the backcourt, facing this pressure. And the ball goes through the hands of Rylan Lesnow on a pass to the half-court line, and another steal by the Ada Lady Cougars.
That is 5 steals already.
Zoomer knocks a pass out of bounds near sideline. This is not going to win you many games when you only have one shot in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Well, the good news is you're shooting 100%.
Yeah.
left front court, Burns tries to find a ball handler, finds Ava Campos playing outside the perimeter. Ball goes through the hands of a Lady Cougar, retrieved back by Howe. Howe now has some distance between her and Zoomer as the ball finds its way to the near corner, back over to Howell, who gave it up for a moment. Going baseline on Cochran, gets right past Cochran. The layup is good, high off the glass to the bottom of the bucket. It's an 8-0 run for the Lady Cougars. And halfway through the first quarter, going to keep on mentioning it until we get a second shot here. It's been one shot from McAlester, and it's going to almost continue to be that. There was a near steal, but ball was kicked by the Lady Cougars. Can't win if you can't shoot.
I mean, there's an old saying, you can't win if you can't score. You really can't win if you can't attempt to score.
Ivy dribbles inside, passes back out over to Zoomer. Zoomer to the left wing. Ivy wide open left wing three. No good. Back ironed. And a rebound, one and done. Go the Lady Buffaloes. Ava Campos brings down the board. Down the floor with 3:51 left in the first quarter. Far corner. Pass high post, knocked loose by Lesnow, retrieved back between the circles by Campos. Passes right wing to Martin, quick swing to the far corner. Looking inside to the high post, back outside. Left wing open three from Martin is up and short. Offensive rebound, driving back in, Campos for two. She leaves that one short as well. Another offensive rebound. Turnaround jump shot from the right block, won't go. And on 3 shot attempts, they come up empty each time. Mila Cole brings down the board, and McAlester moves the other way, needing some work. Down by 5. Inside, tried to find Mila Cole, intercepted by the Cougars again. McAlester, 2 shots in almost 5 minutes.
And that is 6 steals for the Ada Lady Cougars.
Far corner, pass inside, turnaround jump shot, rests on the front side of the rim and falls off. Marthley couldn't get it to go, and it's Lesnow with the board. 3 minutes left in the first, 8-3, McAlester down by 5. Ivy passes into the circle to Cochran. She looks left, passes right to Zoomer, who claps for the ball. Zoomer now facing a 2-1-2 zone defense. Passes to Ivy, quick swing far corner, trying to find Cochran, hit out of bounds, last touched by the Cougar, Chloe Martin. 2:44 left in the first. Ivy in front of the Ada bench. Pass to Zoomer, far sideline. Back to that 2-3 zone, pass high post. Looking inside, trying to find Cole, getting hit out of bounds. McAllister's got to bounce pass the ball.
Yep.
They try to do everything through the air, and it's being knocked away and intercepted. We need to try a bounce pass, maybe a fake up high, go down low. I've seen very few bounce passes from the Lady Buffaloes today.
Making Chase proud here.
And throwing up high again, and it's almost intercepted. It's going to be a jump ball, as we had both Cochran and Howell go for it. McAlester owns the possession arrow, and we will once again inbound it by the baseline. Got to bounce the ball. Ivy looking, and an offensive foul on the inbound. They're going to call it on Mila Cole down in the low post. Said that she got her arms around the hips of the post player.
That's her first, team third here in the first quarter.
Nate, I don't think I've ever seen this before. 2 shot attempts in 5.5 minutes.
Nope.
Don't think that's a first. How many more shot attempts does Ada have than McAlester?
They have 7 more shot attempts.
Well,
it is 3 of 9.
They had more on one possession as this ball goes sailing for the near corner, looking for Martin. Way too high, turnover Ada. They had more attempts on one possession than McAllister's had the entire game.
Yep. They had 3 or 4 chances on that possession.
8-3, although despite that fact, McAllister's only down by 5. Zoomer in the front court trying to get around a lady. The top of the key, she dribbles into the newly inserted Izzy Justice. Right wing Cole, kind of left alone. Ivy wants it in the corner. She's wide open. Instead, passes the top of the key to Cochran, which is again intercepted. One-on-one to the other side. Driving low post against Zoomer. Great transition defense back out to the right wing. That 3 is missed. Flying in Les now with the rebound. And she is trying to save it along the baseline, and she goes tumbling out of bounds. Last touched by Les now. So we'll go back to the Ada Lady Cougars. Again, you're keeping track on fouls. It's 3 on McAllister and none on Ada with 1:47 left in the first quarter. Baseline inbound from the right at the glass, lobbing to the top of the key, nearly taken by Les now, back far corner. Pumping, trying to drive. Inside the perimeter. Long 2 is missed. Back iron, bounces 3 times, won't go through. Low post, we'll have a jump ball here. Not a jump ball, a foul.
Fouls on Katie Ivy.
The good news for McAllister is there are 4 fouls. They're each on a different player. They call a foul on Katie Ivy.
Zoomer, Les now, Ivy, and Cole, all with 1 foul so far.
So no tie ball. Foul here, near corner, driving, kicking out between the circles. With it is Kendall Barnes. Take that back, number 25, Jordan Turner. Back straight away to Solario. Solario right wing. Back to Turner. Turner gives it to Justice, top of the key. Passing on a bounce near corner. Howell, guarded well by Zoomer, dribbles inside the perimeter. Bounce passes into the paint. Contested 2. Got it and 1. Cole got way too much of the arm there of number 35, Anaya Amarthley. And now McAllister is into the... They have put the Ada Lady Cougars into the bonus without Ada drawing their first foul yet. 1:10 left in the first, although that was, again, if McAllister fans are upset about the foul count, that one was clearly a foul. Nice play made by Anaya Amarthley.
Taylor Williams comes in for Milo Cole, who has 2 personals.
Again, it has been nearly 7 minutes of gameplay, as here's a free throw that is in and out. Nice box out and rebound by Williams. 7 minutes of gameplay, McAllister's attempted 2 shots. Right wing, Les now tries to dribble in, almost lost the ball. Keeps her dribble, bounce passes it baseline to Williams. Williams kind of looked like she got a lot of the arm there. Overhead pass finding Zoomer straight away. Zoomer looking left, trying to start her dribble left side. Works off a screen by Les now. Loses the ball, gathers it back in the corner. Zoomer well guarded by Amarthley. Throws to Cochran that went wide, and it's kicked out of bounds. Ada basketball. We might go the entire first quarter with 2 shot attempts by the Lady Buffs, and I've never seen it before. In all my years of calling and being around the game of basketball. 40 seconds left in the first. Right wing, Solario into the corner. Passing inside, trying to find Amarthley. She saves it from going out of bounds. Looked like she might have touched the line, but saved back to the near corner, back to Howell. Howell tries to work around Zoomer. 27 seconds left in the first. Back between the circles, passing right side to Turner. Turner back top of the key to Solario. Solario to Howell. Howell with the pop-and shot, 2 from just beyond the free throw line is missed. Offensive board again. Left-handed layup good by Howell and 1.
And I think that might be on Ivy, and if it is, that's her second.
No, it's going to be on. Is that Cole? 21, Taylor Williams.
Her
6
first.
fouls for McAllister to none on Ada in the first quarter. Free throw to complete the and 1 is good. And it's 13-3 with 13 seconds left. But forget about the fouls. Right now what McAllister's problem is they can't get a shot off. That is the main problem here.
They are 1 of 2 from the field.
Near corner, Cochran gives it to Ivy. Ivy passing left side to Zoomer, 3 seconds. Zoomer just inside the 3-point line, takes the 2, short. Flying in, no rebound made, and that's the end of the first quarter. McAllister takes 3 shot attempts the entire quarter, and they're down 13-3 going to the second. You're listening to McAllister Lady Buff Basketball on KNED. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
The McAlester Lady Buffaloes down 13-3 at the end of the first quarter. It was a nightmare first quarter for the Lady Buffaloes. They attempted 3 shots, made 1 of them, and they had 6 fouls to none by the Ada Lady Cougars in quarter number 1. As we begin the second quarter, it's Ada basketball on the left side of the half-court line. How many shots did Ada attempt in the first, if you don't mind me asking, Nate?
They attempted 14 shots.
11 more shots in 1 quarter. And here's the next one. It's a right elbow 2 that's missed on a spin shot by Campos. Zoomer has the rebound, looking for some sort of offense. And right now, Ada can continue playing aggressive because no one's in foul trouble. As here is a foul, the first one of the game on Ada, coming with 7:34 left in quarter number 2. It'll be on number 24, Izzy Justice. And that will send Zoomer to the free throw line. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. First free throw made by Zoomer. She has all 4 points for the Lady Buffaloes so far this afternoon. Second free throw, good as well. 5 points for Zoomer, coming off an 11-point performance a night ago where she went 3 of 4. Here's a pass that's tipped, and now McAlester with a little bit of momentum gets it to the right wing on a 3-point ball. Zoomer can't get it to go. Ivy had the steal, by the way, and down inside the paint. It's going to be less now with the rebound, and McAlester owns the possession arrow, so they'll get the ball to inbound baseline. McAlester just hasn't had a chance to press because they haven't made any shots.
That is the first offensive rebound today.
Inbound, Rylan Less now can't get the and one. She does draw the contact, so she'll go to the line. So more free throws for McAlester. Since we didn't have any free throws in quarter number 1 for McAlester, we'll give Big V Feed Center a shout-out once more. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, 918-426-1951. First free throw takes a shooter's bounce there for Lesnell. Hits off the front of the rim and off the glass and in. Trying to make this a 6-point game, 13-6. Second free throw is no good as that one clanks off the iron. Rebounded by Ada. They move the other way. 7:15 left in the half. 7-point game. Pass inside, low post. Campos double teamed. Back outside. Right wing 3 open and made by number 24, Izzy Justice.
Ada 2 of 4 from 3 right now.
Getting Izzy with it there. 16-6. 7 minutes left in the first half. Anyone remember that 90s Will Smith hit?
Oh, yeah.
Getting jiggy with it. Bounce pass out back at the right side. It's hit out of bounds. Last touch by Chloe Martin, intended for Parker Cochran. 16-6 the score.
That was a great pull, by the way.
Thank you. Near sideline. Trying to feed it in. They do so to Zoomer. Zoomer, again, face guarded by Justice. Dribbles top of the key and back out. Minute 15 into the second quarter. Ivy, straight away, passing to Zoomer. Again, right on her. Looked like there was a lot of contact by Justice. No foul called. Zoomer will retrieve it back. Back on the edge of the circle. One bounce over to Cochran. Cochran looks right, nothing's there. Back top of the key. Ivy thought about the 3, gives it down to Lesnell. Lesnell swings it far corner. And nearly a double dribble by Zoomer. Goes to the low post, draws contact. No whistle, ball went straight up in the air, not blocked. Rebounded by the Ada Lady Cougars with 6:18 left in the half. 16-6, bounce pass right wing. Now into the baseline, saving it from going out of bounds is Martin. Martin well guarded by Cochran. Cochran looking for someone, throws it, somehow finds a Lady Cougar. McAlester had players all around that ball and could not steal it. Back out, short corner, driving baseline, feeding it near corner, too high, saving it again are the Lady Cougars. And on a prayer pass, finds Campos. She can't make the turnaround jump shot from 9 feet out, and Ivy has the rebound. What hustle plays there by the Lady Cougars. Near corner, Lesnell finds Ivy. Ivy right wing. Quickly feeds left wing. Zoomer Looks, begins her dribble into the corner. Now tries to reverse direction, tries to split the defenders and gets hit a little bit too much as she was making her way to the left elbow mark. 5:36 left in the first half. McAlester down 16-6. Cochran checks out. Mila Cole comes in. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Cole have 2 fouls on her? She's the only player with 2?
Yes, she is the only player with 2. Everyone on the floor from McAlester has a foul right now.
Foul was the third one of the Lady Cougars and the second one on Justice. Ivy dribbles with the right hand and finds Cole, angle right. Cole, nothing there. Top of the key, back to Ivy. McAlester better at getting shots off here in the quarter thus far as this one gets hit out of bounds, but still leaving much to be desired and trying to find open shots. That's a credit to the Ada defense.
Right now, McAlester just 1 of 5 from the field.
Near sideline, pass back to Zoomer. Zoomer floater from in the paint. Can't get the roll. Down low. Taylor Williams can't grab the board, and it's Martin with the rebound instead, and Ada pushes it the other way. Good look for McAlester, but again, just like last night, not really converting. They've only made 1 shot from the field with 5 minutes left in the half, and it was their first shot that they took. Far sideline, bounce pass along that far sideline, finding an open lady, and that is 35. Anaya Amarthley makes an 18-6 game, and it's all Ada right now.
Ada currently on an 18-3 run.
4:48 left in the half. Left wing Williams looks, tries to find Cole. Cole well guarded, has to feed it off instead to the left wing area. Bounce pass, right wing. Ivy, quick trigger 3, can't bank it in. Long rebound, again McAlester goes 1 and done. Ada the other way, 2-on-2 in transition, stopping, popping, right elbow 2, won't fall. Offensive rebound at Campos. Bounces it out, wide open left wing 3, down the drain by Amaya Howell. And this Saturday has been a horror movie of a matinee for the Lady Buffs thus far. 4:15 left in the half. 21-6, bounce pass into the corner. Cole can't find anyone. Has it stripped loose, and another steal by the Lady Cougars, throwing it and nearly going out of bounds, but saving it is Ada. Down the floor they go. Burns to the low post, can't score on the layup, and a foul called on Les now. She was fighting for the rebound underneath the basket. That'll be her second. Team first on McAlester in the second quarter.
Cochran and Boatwright will check in. Out will be Williams and Cole.
Oh, they called that on Ada.
Okay, I'll take that.
Anaya Amarthley fouled. That's her first. And we have a total switch up from the first quarter to the second quarter. It was 6 fouls to nothing on Ada, or on McAlester in the first quarter. Now it's 4 fouls to nothing on Ada. As here's a quick steal of Zoomer, and there's the first foul on McAlester. Second foul for Zoomer, and it's on the shot attempt. McAllister's playing just lackadaisical, it feels like.
Has 10 steals for Ada in the first half.
Jadis Burns will go to the line. That can't happen. That really cannot happen. Ada struggles to score. They're 38.8 points per game on the year, and they're a well-oiled machine right now against McAlester here in the second quarter. First free throw made. 22-6. Burns trying to make it 23-6, and she sinks both the free throws. McAlester has been hit by haymaker after haymaker coming out of the gate. 20-3 run. 23-3 run. Left wing Ivy. Far corner to Zoomer. Zoomer gets a screen by Les now. They're going to call a travel on Zoomer around the left wing area. And that's on the very far part of the court. So official there had the better view of the feet there by Zoomer. But it's a turnover on McAlester. Ball back to Ada. This has been really, really bad. Ever since McAllister's game against Inola, where they completely dominated that game, it has not been a lot of good for McAlester. They did have a really inspiring second half against Victory Christian, as this ball is a turnover on Ada, trying to bounce pass it into the paint. They fought back, and they really were matching Victory Christian with their starters on the floor, tick for tack, in the second half against Victory Christian. But again, you struggled to shoot last night, and tonight you're struggling to get a shot off, and you're turning the ball over way, way too much. Cochran, left front court. Ivy feeds a high post to Les now. Les now wide open, Boatwright, left block. She misses a wide open left block too.
Got to make those.
Especially when you're looking at the run that they're on right now, 23-6. 2:57 left in the half. Near corner, open 3 from the corner is rimmed out. Offensive rebound back outside. Cochran out of thin air gets the steal. Gives it right back. Burns on the 2. She's fouled. Well, is it on the shot? They say it won't matter.
Yeah. That's Zoomer's third. She'll have to come out.
They say it is on the shot. Jadis Burns will go to the line.
Milo Cole comes in for Zoomer.
No, it's not on the shot. Again, that was foul number 2 on McAlester. Not.
Oh, sorry. I was looking the wrong way.
Me too. Inbound baseline. A lob out right elbow. Hand off on the drive, left side. Stopping on a dime. Spinning. Getting it back out straight away to Martin. Martin to the left wing. Pump and drive Howell. Howell stopped by Ivy. Right elbow back outside. Right wing 3 in the air. No good. Great defense by Chloe Boatwright there on that possession. Tough 3 contested. 2:30 left in the half. McAlester has not made a shot from the field since their first shot of the game, and they turn it over again. Another steal as they were looking for Mila Cole down the low post.
Has 12 steals in the first half.
It's making me sick, man.
Yep.
2:15 left in the half. I know why you're trying to force some stuff because your outside shot's not falling, but again, you haven't really had a shot that you've been able to attempt, and there's another easy basket from the right block finding Ava Campos. And McAllister's getting run out of the building, 25-6. Ivy passing left, finding Les now far sideline by the Ada bench. On the dribble, bounce passes to Cole. Cole double teamed. Dribbles out of it. Ball lands right over to Ivy. Ivy, mid-range jump shot won't go either. McAllister goes one and done, and on top of that, let's get a foul on McAllister.
Foul's going to be on Les now, her second.
No, they call that on Mila Cole.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's Cole's third.
Definitely would have rather had it on Les now at that point. And now let's see if, yes, Taylor Williams will come in at the next stoppage.
1:39 left in the half. What has it been, a 12-3 quarter for Ada?
I believe you're right.
Pass inside, intercepted. Rylan Les now in the low post. What called me crazy, I think the defense has been okay by McAllister. It hasn't been bad. The problem is we're going to have a bounce pass far corner. Boatwright's 3. Good! Painted gold. McAllister needed that. Their only shots from the field that they have made have been from beyond the arc, and Chloe Boatwright hits her first shot from downtown. 25-9. Maybe that gets a little bit of a jump start for McAllister because right now they've been just, like I said, playing a little bit rough as this ball goes straight through the hands of Jadis Burns out of bounds.
And Taylor Williams coming in for Mila Cole.
1:03 left in the half, 25-9. And call me crazy, the game's still within reach.
It is,
It just
but
that
you have to get offense going very soon.
And a 16-point deficit is not something that McAllister hasn't come back from before, but you have to play a lot better than you played in the first half. Way better. And here's another steal. Taking it away, down the floor, Solario's right-handed layup, good. A lot less of that in quarters 3 and 4.
Yep.
13 steals?
Yep.
Jiminy Christmas. 38 seconds left in the half. Ivy picks up her dribble by the circle, throws it away, almost another steal. If it would have been a steal by Ava Campos, it would have been a one-on-one the other way for another transition bucket. Coach Jennings had a game plan, and her team has executed it to perfection so far this afternoon. 27-9 over the Lady Buffaloes, looking for revenge after McAllister's won the last 2 meetings. Here's an inbound near steal. Les now grabs it back in the paint. Pop and shot floater won't go. Ball's hit out of bounds, touched by Les now with 27 seconds left in half. Another thing, McAllister's just with the limited amount of shots that you've been taking, shots like those about 5 feet from the basket, even if they're contested, they're hard to make still. I'm not going to say they're easy shots, but they're going to have to be shots that you're going to have to make fall just because of the limited amount of open shots you've been able to find. Left wing in the corner. Bounce pass deeper into the corner. Williams trying to strip it loose from newly inserted Hayden Bundy. Top of the key. Thought about the 3 was Turner. Now she begins her dribble guarded opposite of Cochran. 10 seconds left in the half. On the drive, stopping high post. Trying to rip it loose is Les now. She does so not before a tie ball. It's going to stay with Ada with 6.4 seconds left in the half. Well, they pointed. Yeah, Cochran was getting ready to inbound it, but it's Ada basketball with 6.4 left. And right now, Ada is confused on who they want to inbound the ball. They settle on Amaya Howell. They'll look, pass inside, back outside, stepping back, near corner 3 by Howell. Good to make it 30-9, 1 second left, and that will be the end of the first half. And McAllister down by 21 on what was a rough first half. We'll be back with some halftime stats when we return here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power down box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
It's the end of the first half, and McAlester really just needed to go to the locker room. It was a first half that went all Ada's way, 30-9. McAlester made 2 shots from the field. They were both 3-pointers, one from Cambry Zoomer and one from Chloe Boatwright. As McAlester, again, they have a chance to be able to make this a game if they can win the third quarter by about 10 or so points. But they really have to completely change course of what happened in the first half. They got into foul trouble. They couldn't get rebounds. They kept turning the ball over. They couldn't make their shots. So really, anything that could go wrong for McAlester in the first half went wrong. That's the bad news. The good news is, supposedly, the only way to go is up from here. So
that's right.
Let's see if McAlester can turn things around in the second half and come out with a renewed focus. Let's look at your first half stats, which is brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Nate.
All right, Cambry Zoomer was your leading scorer in the first half. She had 5 points along with 1 defensive rebound, 1 of 2 from 3-point range. Next up, Chloe Boatwright hit her first 3 of her career. She's got 3 points. Bryden Lesnow is the only other scorer for McAlester thus far. She has 1 point along with 3 rebounds, 1 offensive, 2 defensive, and a steal. Katie Ivey has a defensive rebound and a steal. Parker Cochran with the same, 1 defensive rebound, 1 steal. Taylor Williams has a defensive rebound along with Mila Cole. And that will do it for individual scoring. Move on to team stats. And folks, it's not pretty. I'm just going to put it bluntly. McAlester 2 of 11 from the field, good for 18%.
So how many? There was 15 shots by Ada in the first quarter.
Yep.
They had 4 more shots in the first quarter than McAlester had the entire half.
That's right. Ada, 11 of 26 from the field in first half, good for 42%. Both the McAlester makes from the field, as you said earlier, were from 3, 2 of 5, good for 40%. But Ada shooting even better than that from 3. They are 50% from the field, 4 of 8. McAlester being strongly out-rebounded, 13 to 8. 6 offensive rebounds for Ada, 1 for McAlester. McAlester turned the ball over 16 times in the first half. Ada turned the ball over 7 times. And that'll do it for scoring.
Again, there's been some rough games for McAlester, but considering how I feel like McAlester and Ada are a lot closer than a lot of the games that McAlster's been blown out by in this year.
Yep.
This is the most disappointing showing for the Lady Buffaloes thus far, especially coming off of a night where you got into foul trouble. Frustrations kind of were abound because you had 3 starters foul out all in one game, which is something I hadn't seen in a long time. It feels like the frustrations have kind of boiled over into today as well, because McAlester, after getting that early 3, that's when the turnover started happening, and you couldn't get a shot off, and then it snowballed, and then you blink, and then it's 30-9 at the end of the first half. But like we said, the bad news is you're down 30-9, and you were outplayed in every stat imaginable. The good news is, like we mentioned, the only way to go is up from here. You're down by 21. You're not down by like a 30 piece that you find yourself down by against Glenpool at times. And Glenpool, or Ada's not Glenpool, so you have a chance to be able to make something happen in the third quarter. But if you don't come out with a strong showing in the third quarter, Ada's going to send you back home with a 5-15 record, and then you're getting back into district play, because from here on out, it's nothing but district play. Even considering everything, McAlester is still just like 2 games back, 2 to 2.5 games back of the third place in 5A4 with 5 games remaining. So there's still a lot of goals out there for McAlester. That's another good news, is that this isn't a district game if it does continue to snowball and you lose this game. You need to find some momentum, and you need to be able to come out with some punches of your own in the third quarter. What are your keys to the second half for McAlester to do that, to make this a game?
Well, first off, you've got to find you've got to find consistent shots. You can't take 11 shots in the first half. You've got to take upwards of 20, 25, even 30. That's the type of numbers you want to see coming out of the first half. You've got to find your open shots, and you can't keep turning the ball over at this rate. I mean, like I said, that was 16 turnovers, and only 3 of them were unforced. There were 13 steals by Ada in the first half. That just simply can't happen. You don't want to see that many steals in the entire game, let alone in the first half.
Yeah, and McAlester had with 16 turnovers in the first half. They're averaging 20 on the year.
Yeah.
Which, again, if you're wanting to be a successful offense in 5A basketball, really in high school basketball, you want to shoot for no more than, I'd say, 15 or 16 for an entire game. You can't have 16 and a half.
Right.
So as we go to the second half, anything defensively that McAlester needs to work on, I think, considering the fact that it's 30-9, I think McAllister's defense has been okay. There have been times where they just lost their assignment down the low post, which has led to easy shots. But for the most part, their perimeter, even though they're shooting 4 of 8 from 3, I've liked McAllister's perimeter defense for the most part.
Yeah, they've done a good job closing out, but like you said, there have been times where something gets lost in translation, and then there's a wide open 3-point shot for Ada. That's going to happen in games, but it's happening a little more than you would like to see in any game. So remember to close out on your 3-point shots, work on that communication. And other than that, Ada's just playing really well.
Yeah, Ada's playing a great game. Like we said, Christy Jennings had a game plan for McAlester, and Ada has executed it to near perfection. It's up to McAlester to change things up going into the second half, starting with taking care of the basketball and get some more offensive rebounds. We had 1, and now I know that's easier said than done, especially now with some post players in foul trouble. But you're going up against a 6'1" player in Anaya Marthley and Ava Campos at 6'2". You have your luck cut out for you down the low post. McAllister's outside shot's going to have to fall so you can open up the inside a little bit more. If you don't have an outside shot in the second half, then your chances of coming back in this one are slim to none. So
it drastic go down.
Establish an outside shot, open up the inside a little bit, and maybe get some fouls on Marthley and Campos, because I believe between the 2 of them, there's 1 foul. So you need to get them into foul trouble. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll have the third quarter coming up in just a bit. We'll see if the Lady Buffaloes come out and come back. 30-9 is the score at the end of the half on KNED. Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in. to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Welcome back to Ada, Oklahoma, where the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are going to try to get back into this game. 30-9 at the end of the first half, like we mentioned. Ada controlled every single stat. In every stat, they controlled it. McAllister's hoping that a change in scenery, flipping to the other side of the half-court line, will do some wonders for them offensively. They're going to start off with Parker Cochran, Katie Ivey, Cambry Zoomer, Mila Cole, and Rylan Lesnow to begin the second half, down by 21. So Cochran, on the edge of the circle, picks up her dribble, throws it to the high post to Lesnow. Lesnow's reached in on, and there is a foul called. Came in a little bit as she nearly lost the ball. See who it's officially on.
Foul's going to be on number 14 for Ada.
That's Chloe Martin. It's only her first, team first, but the first foul coming 9 seconds into the third quarter in a 30-9 game. Ivy looks, well guarded. Well guarded, got to get it in on a bounce to the near corner to Cole. Cole on the drive, triple teamed, lost it on the dribble, rolls towards the far corner, saved by Zoomer. She takes a quick three, painted gold. Again, a good start for McAlester. 30-12 to score. Zoomer up to 8 points. Was that, you're going to say, sorry about that. High post, left alone for a moment, now bounce pass to the low post. Turnaround jump shot, well guarded, might have been blocked by Cole, and getting pushed in her back was Rylan Lesnow, preventing her from getting the rebound. And that will lead to another foul here on Ada in the first 33 seconds. And Coach Christy Jennings does not like her team's body language coming into the second half. It's a second foul on Campos, and we'll take a 30-second break and be back on KNED. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233. So right there, McAlester ends up getting a made three, and then they force a stop on the other side. And again, there's no 18-point shot in basketball, so little by little, McAlester looking to get back into this game. Katie Ivey dribbles right, stops right by the half-court line, and picks up her dribble, passes far sideline to Cochran. Cochran against a half-court 2-3 zone, gives the Lesnow back to Cochran straight away. High post to Ivy. Ivy one dribble, loosely double team, bounce pass back outside, looking for Cole down low. Cole, double team, feeds to a trailing Rylan Lesnow, can't make the shot. Offensive board by Cole. She can't get the and one, but she'll go to the line. Mila Cole had 13 free throw attempts last night against Tulsa Memorial, went 7 of 13 from the line. She is a 58% free throw shooter. This trip to the line is brought to you by Big Feed Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Cole's first free throw is good, nothing but net.
And that was the third team foul on Ada here in the first minute of the third quarter.
Second personal on Chloe Martin. Again, Cole about a foot away from the free throw line, takes a hop with her free throws as well. We'll try to go 2 of 2. Eyes the rim, shoots and scores, nothing but net. 2 for 2 from the line there for Mila Cole. McAlester with a 5-0 start to the second half. They want to press. Haven't pressed often, and Lesnow knocks it loose, dives for it. There will be a rip loose back by the Lady Cougars with a near steal by Lesnow. Love the hustle there. Far sideline, Martin with it. Well guarded by Zoomer. Shovel pass left wing. And now Ada's able to start up the offense, driving in. Bounce pass, no look. Open, right block 2, left alone. And scoring is Anaya Amarthley, and it's 32-14. Their first 2 points of the half. Dribbling in. Lesnow, bounce pass, tried to go to Mila Cole, and a kick ball prevented that. Stay with the Lady Buffaloes. By the way, timeout count. Both teams have 4 timeouts remaining. Pretty good crowd here today as well for the Ada Cougars. Both McAlester and Ada fans have been able to show up in numbers today. Ivy feeds it, nearly went over the baseline, and now Lesnow is able to get to the far sideline to Cochran before she traveled. That never looked good from the get-go.
Nope.
Ivy nearly went across the baseline. Lesnow had to go retrieve it as she almost traveled herself, and then Cochran eventually traveled trying to save the ball herself along the far sideline. So she's not in sync on that inbound, and Chloe Boatwright will get ready to come in for the Lady Buffs. Pass near corner, open for 3. Martin will take that 3. Martin misses, too strong. Cochran can't handle the rebound, and it will be Ada basketball. So Boatwright checks back in for Lesnow. And I don't mind that right here. Again, Lesnow also has a chance to be able to take some breaks here. Here's a turnaround jump shot from the low post, an excellent made shot by Anaya Amarthley. She has all 4 points for the Lady Cougars into the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Ivy dribbles up to the perimeter, passing far sideline. Back over to Ivy, takes a long straightaway three, airballed it. Way off. Goes straight out of bounds, and it'll be Ada basketball. And
go ahead.
You were going to say it.
Go ahead.
I was going to say right back in, Rylan Lesnow. Coming in for Boatwright. Quick substitution there, 20 seconds of being on the bench. McAlester wants to press. Ada can't beat that press. Rylan Lesnow, fresh off the bench, drives in, lost control of the ball in the paint, tries to retrieve it, does so. He's able to pick it back up and pass it near corner. Zoomer, double teamed. She lost it on a touch by herself out of bounds. It rolls out. Another turnover on the Lady Buffaloes with 5:44 left in the third quarter. The good news is, again, if McAlester can do the press, Ada's struggling right now with the press a little bit.
Right.
That's where they had most of their turnovers. McAlester is running the press, throws it to the half-court line on a short hop. It's grabbed by Amarthley. Cole can't grab it. Taken back by Campos. Campos backing up Cochran. And it's stripped loose by Lesnow. Last touch by McAlester as it rolls out of bounds. So a baseline inbound coming up from the Lady Cougars with 5:30 left in the third. A 34-14 game. Looking, lobbing, Amarthley once again scores. 6 points for Amarthley in this quarter alone, and it's 36-14. She's got all 6 points for Ada. Lob across, right wing. Lesnow inside to Zoomer. Zoomer trying to cut in. Goes off balance with the two, falling backwards, can't make the shot. On the deck, it's a fight for the rebound. Ada's coming up with it, and McAlester was one and done again. Zoomer nearly picks up what would have been her third foul. She thought she might have been pushed off on as well. With it is Turner. Turner dribbles around, lobs it right wing. Looking inside, Howell. She's picked up on well by Ivy. Passing short corner near side to Amarthley. Amarthley back top of the key. Quick pass inside to Campos. Campos double teamed. Back out near corner. Three-pointer in the air by Howell. No good. And Ada saves the ball for the moment. Can they walk the tightrope? They do along the far sideline.
7 offensive rebounds for Ada.
Both of the arms of Howell, but she's able to regather. Near corner inside. Lesnow cuts off the lane and hits it out of bounds with 4:37 left in the third.
Boatwright checking in for Cochran.
4:37 left in quarter number 3. 36-14 has been all Ada today, although McAllister's shown a little bit more offensive life here in the third quarter. Passing right elbow, driving in Campos, contested two. Yep, that's all foul there. As Lesnow goes hitting the deck, too much contact on Campos, and she'll go to the line.
Second personal on Lesnow. First team foul on McAlester here in the third quarter.
McAlester got out to a 5-0 start, and since then it's been 6-0 for Ada. Here in the home of the Lady Cougars, Campos makes the first free throw on a line drive.
Ada 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
Campos trying to go 2 of 2. Big bend in the knees, second shot up and good. Going on a straight line. It's now an 8-0 run for Ada, who leads McAlester by a game-high 24 points. 4.5 left in the third quarter. Zoomer picks up her dribble, directs Ivy to go to the right wing and grabs it. Ivy steps back, passes far corner to Lesnow. Lesnow with the ball over her head, begins her drive baseline, finds a lane. Lesnow, textbook, breaks that 8-0 run, 38-16. Her first made shot from the field, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. She got 3 points.
Far sideline, bringing it down is Howell. Howell throwing across, finding a Lady Cougar. In stride, Turner nearly has her pocket pick thrown, and there's the third foul on Lesnow. Getting a little bit too aggressive, going after Amaya Howell by the half-court line. That's her third. So, again, she's okay right here in the third quarter at 3 fouls, but you don't want to pick up that fourth.
Right now, McAlester playing 3 ladies with 3 fouls. Zoomer, Lesnow, and Cole all have 3.
That sounds familiar.
Yep.
Again, last night, McAlester had 3 players foul out, all starters. Far corner 3, nothing but net. Amaya Howell was left on an island. She could have made a sandwich before she shot that ball. 41-16.
Another one of those that just got lost in translation on the switches.
Ivy passing near corner, overhead dart to Cole. Cole starting her dribble against Campos. Back outside, tipped to Zoomer. Zoomer right wing, fakes left, goes right on the drive, draws contact, whistle, and free throws for Zoomer coming up. Team foul number 4. Foul's on Jordan Turner. That's her first.
Cochran getting ready to check in.
First free throw by Zoomer is good. I'm not going to say what I want to say yet, but I will say that Zoomer is 81% from the free throw line so far this season. She was 3 of 4 last night. This shot missed off the back iron. I'm still going to say it. 81% is excellent at the high school level. Zoomer nearly automatic. That's what I was going to say before I'd stop myself, because I know the jinx works anyway. She does miss the second free throw, and it's 41-17. Pass inside, and Marthley has been a beast in the third quarter. Works around a post player down on the right block, and it makes it 43-17. Far corner. Lesnow begins her dribble drive. Stops in the paint. Blocked shot right back in Lesnow's face. Gets her own rebound. Tries to create separation. Does so with the hook shot. Misses that. Nothing but white jerseys around the orange ball, and it's taken by the Lady Cougars.
Are you sure those are the right colors?
Oh, shut it. Here's a pass that's way too high. There was a whole conversation last night in our broadcast about how I'm colorblind. We don't have to keep on going on about it.
Why not? It's fun.
You know, fun fact, again, in a 43-17 game, I think I have enough time to talk about this for now. When I was in high school, or a little bit past high school, I was in college, we went to go dress shopping for my sister for prom. And the entire time we went dress shopping, all my parents and my sister asked me, hey, what color is this one? What color is this one? It's a top 5 worst day of my life. Driving in, Lesnow lost control of the ball, gathers it back, left block 2 is good. And it's 43-19, 2.5 left to go in the third quarter.
I think I remember you telling me that story.
Yeah, again, like I said, top 5 worst day. Driving in, hard contact as Rylan Lesnow bodies number 12, Amaya Howe. And Howe gets back up, but she took a hard hit. And she'll go to the line as now Lesnow's picked up 3 fouls in this third quarter.
And doesn't look like there's any movement from the McAlester bench, so she's going to stay in.
Amaya Howe kind of shake off the pain there. First free throw is short. Yeah, but I think it goes without saying the Lady Buffaloes need to break out of this stretch of basketball that they've been in. Second free throw is missed, rebounded by Cochran. Cochran just lets Jadis Burns grab a hold of the ball. Luckily for McAlester, they own the possession arrow, but that will switch the arrow for the next time we have one of those. 2:22 left in the third. Inbound to Zoomer. But, yeah, they got to break out of the stretch of basketball they've been in. For the most part of the season, here's a drive into Lesnow. She takes a hard hit, but that's no whistle. And she ran into a brick wall and bounced off hard and hit the hardwood. That doesn't normally happen to Lesnow, and she does not get the foul call. Driving in into the low post. Two-pointer can't finish on a great move by Burns. Zoomer has the rebound in the low post and takes it across. Zoomer finds Lesnow. Lesnow left wing again, drives right to the low post. There's a foul called. It's on the floor. It will still lead to free throws by Lesnow regardless, as that's foul number 5. And going to the line for this trip for 2 will be Lesnow. Big V Feed Center, your free throw line sponsor. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Yeah, but for the most part on the season, even when McAlester was still losing games, they were highly competitive in those games. But here in the last 4 games, with the exception of last night, and even last night, McAlester didn't shoot all that well.
Right.
Callie Burrow coming in for Ivy. But they lost 63-19 to Fort Gibson, a 67-46 loss to Victory Christian, although the second half looked a whole lot better than the first half. And then tonight, or this afternoon rather, Lesnow hits both of her free throws. It's 43-21. In the third quarter, McAllister's only lost the quarter by 2 points. But still, you need to be able to make up ground if you want to come back in this game. Right wing, Izzy Justice passes high post back out to Justice. She's already hit 1 3 today, and she makes a second one. Wide open on the perimeter. McAllister's been decent at guarding the perimeter in the first half. In the second half, that's now 2 wide open threes that go straight down the chute for the Lady Cougars. No pressure at all, 46-21. Burrow edge of the circle, left alone a little bit, takes a couple of dribbles, throws it, and it's hit loose, taken by Burns. Burns driving in, tried to throw it ahead. There was no one cutting ahead. That was a desperation pass to see if she could draw something. And luckily for her, it was tipped by a Lady Buffalo.
And after that last 3, Brandon, 8 of 6 of 12 from 3.
Inbound, low post, open 2, missed 2, bounced loose, taken back by Lesnow. And she's hit. That'll be another foul here on the Lady Cougars, which will lead to automatic free throws for Lesnow, as McAllister's in the bonus for the final minute 15. That's on Burns, and how well she's played, that's only her first foul. Foul count is getting a little bit closer to even. McAlester was at the 4 more fouls mark than Ada at the locker room break.
It's 12-9 in favor of Ada.
First free throw is good. Boy, now I might be wrong.
No, you're. McAlester has 12 fouls.
So they were down by 6. They had 6 more fouls than Ada at the end of the first half. Second free throw is missed by Les now, so she splits the trip at the line. It's 46-22. 1:10 left in the third. Passing near corner, open 3 in the air. Justice can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Back outside, saving it from going out of bounds. I believe on that side is Burns. Take that back. That is Turner. Now it gets to Burns. Burns on the drive, finds an open lane. Layup good. Off the screen, was able to find the open lane and took it straight to the hoop. 48-22. Zoomer around the front court. Tries to get it baseline, stops, backpedals up to the corner. She's well guarded, throws a prayer up. It's tipped and taken by Cochran in the circle. McAlester retains possession. Now on a throw, it's straight to Burns. Burns in the clear. Left-handed layup is short, widely missed. And down on the floor, Burrow, again, I'm trying to, as you're looking on the screen, I'm looking at that same view. Can't find what's going on under the basket. Leads to a tie ball. Ball will go to Ada with 27.9 left in the third quarter.
Callie Burrow checked out.
Inbound, right block 2, made by Martin.
Earhart checked in for her.
It's a 50-22 game as McAlester has just had another day that they like to forget. Pass far sideline, Cochran. Cochran with the left-handed dribble over towards the half-court line. Passes to Earhart. 7 seconds left in the third. Left to Boatwright, threw it too high for Boatwright. Sails out of bounds, another turnover on the Lady Buffs. Obviously, Coach Bashirs is just as frustrated. She's been throwing in anybody that will keep care of the ball, and right now it's been a hand. I mean, you can count it on one hand on how many people haven't been able to do that, and you don't have to use all 5 of your fingers.
There's 21 turnovers here through 3 quarters.
Darlene Needham has come in, 3.8 seconds. The ball will roll towards the half-court line. There's the grab. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Tripped up, and that's going to be a foul with 0.6 seconds left in the third. That's only team foul number 4, so it's not going to be free throws. It's on Darlene Needham. Inbounding will be Turner. Lobs it. Campos well guarded by Les now, and that'll be the end of the quarter. So McAlester trails 50-22 going into the fourth quarter in this game against Ada on this Saturday afternoon. You're listening to McAlester basketball on KNED.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I know that KNED is also the home of Oklahoma Sooner basketball, football, softball at times, baseball as well. Right now in basketball, men's basketball, we had a Red River rivalry going on. Sooners lead by the narrowest of margins, 40-39, with about 15 minutes left in the second half. Right now in our game, in Ada, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes trail 50-22 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. You're joining us in the middle of action as that, and Darlene Needham was fouled. It's going to be taken by Howell, though. Howell on the steal to the low post. Throws inside to a cutting Lady Cougar. Free throw line jumper just in front of it will miss by Campos. As Boatwright, there's the foul call. She gets the rebound, try to find an outlet of Needham. Is hacked, and that's the first foul on the Lady Cougars of the fourth quarter.
Burrow checking in for Needham.
Second foul on Anaya Amarthley. unless things change in a drastic way, McAlester is going to see their 2-game winning streak to Ada come to a close. And really, every time that we come to the Cougar Activity Center, it's a hostile environment. It's hard for McAlester to win here because they have a great crowd. They also, Ada against McAlester is going to bring a big crowd no matter if you go to McAlester or Ada, as there's a foul as Zoomer was making her way to the low post. 2 free throws coming up for Zoomer, brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs, plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. But yeah, they're going to bring big crowds anyway. That's just how it is with a historic rivalry like what we see, especially on a weekend, though, when everyone's, got nothing to do but come to a game.
Right.
First free throw by Zoomer is good.
She's up into double digits now. She's got 10.
Foul was on Campos. That was her third, team second. 50-23, Lady Buffalo's down. But it just feels like Ada has our number here at this gym. Even when McAlester won the state championship in 2022 in 5A, they lost by double digits to Ada.
Really?
That was their last loss of the year before they went on that big run to win the state title. Even in the years when they win it all, it seems like they cannot win here in Ada. 50-24, right wing, passing straight away. Hayden Bundy passing back, now swinging it to the near corner. Trying to drive as Turner. She gets hit the lane, misses the shot, too strong with it. And a near rebound by, that is Kennedy Earhart. She couldn't grab it. And an offensive rebound goes back over to the Lady Cougars with 6:49 left. Far corner, Turner goes baseline, passes to the high post. No one was there. It's retrieved back by the Lady Cougars by the half-court line. Right wing Howell, top of the key, pump and drive into the low post. Feeds it off. Great look. Wide open. Anaya Amarthley. Her second half dominance continues for the Lady Cougars, 52-24.
Ada has made as many shots as McAlester has taken in this game today.
Boatwright, right wing. Had to dig the knife in a little bit deeper, didn't you? Top of the key, Burrow. Burrow passes left side to Zoomer. Zoomer looking inside. No one's open. Pumps and drives into the paint. Quadruple teamed. High off the glass. Can't find the bottom of the hoop. There's a lot of wrestling going for the ball. Skirts out to the front court where Boatwright takes it for the official offensive board. Burrow straight away. Right wing on the drive. 2. There's a lot of contact. They say that there was a clean block, I believe, but also I thought body contact was made to Zoomer too. She doesn't get the whistles. Ada goes the other way. High post, and there's a tackle. And also immediately grabbing her left knee is Rylan Luss now. She hit the deck, and she's immediately grabbing her left knee. And she's in a lot of pain, and hopefully it's nothing more but just some hard contact. But we're going to have to take a break as Les now is in a ton of pain. We'll take an injury timeout and return here on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
So welcome back to the Cougar Activity Center. Rylan Lesnow was able to get back up, and she was trying to put as much weight as she could on her left leg. She was immediately grabbing at her left knee area. She had to have a little bit of help off the court as well. She was trying to put, again, her own weight. And the good news is I'm looking over towards the bench. She is walking on her own power right now up and down the bench. So that's great to see, especially after how, again, as soon as she hit the hardwood, she was grabbing at her left knee. As we have an inbound and a block shot by Ivy, I believe, down there in the low post. Rebounded by Boatwright. But again, main concern is on Rylan Lesnow. She was walking herself up and down the court, but again, immediately she was in a lot of pain. But hopefully it's just going to be a bone bruise or something there, because again, you don't see Lesnow. She's a tough girl. You usually don't see her go down like that and stay down for long. There's an interception, other side, low post. Contested 2 by Burrow is missed. Hayden Bundy gets her own rebound back outside. Right wing open 3 by Turner's in the air and missed, too strong. Rebounded by Cochran. And at this point, when it's 52-24, let's get the game over with.
Yep.
And I say that because we don't need anybody else getting injured. As Boatwright nearly made another 3. She hit one earlier today. Obviously, love the experience, but it's been a terrible day for McAlester girls basketball so far. Ada's been, doing everything right. Credit to the Ada Lady Cougars. I say that as they nearly had to throw a ball into the backcourt, but you just don't need anybody else getting hurt. I think Coach Bashirs knew that as well, so Zoomer is on the bench with Lesnow on the end of it. Shot is missed in the paint. Another offensive rebound. Long left wing 3 in the air. Back ironed as well. Another offensive board. Bundy gets it inside the paint. That shot is missed, and Cochran finally ends the Ada possession.
13 total offensive rebounds for Ada.
So McAllister's 2 top scorers are now off the floor. Lesnow has some ice on her left knee. Again, want to reiterate, the good news is, as here's a tough 2 by Cochran that won't go. The good news is she was walking up and down the floor on her own power after she got to the bench. Like I said, hopefully it's nothing lasting. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 52-24, right wing. Again, the McAllister boys will play after this. So here's a 2 that's missed, but a foul by Boatwright in the low post. We'll have 2 free throws coming up for someone that's not on the roster. They have a 32 here, but we were not giving a number 32 on the roster. We apologize for any Ada fans that might be watching this game. But with 3:55 left, it's 52-24 Ada. Boys will play next. Again, McAllister and Ada have already played once this year at the Sequoia Tahlequah Invitational. First free throw made. The boys won that game by one of the largest margins that they've won a game thus far this year. Final score in that one was 74-55, where Ada struggled to shoot the 3, but now they're in their own gym. Could be a totally different ball game for a top 10 team in 4A, the 9th-ranked Ada Cougars, who've only lost 3 games this year, one of them to McAllister.
Lane violation, it'll be another attempt for Ada.
After the missed free throw.
So that one officially did not happen.
Couple of dribbles, bend to the knees. Shot is up. That shot is missed. Same result. Mila Cole with a tough rebound. 3:51 left. Ivy takes it down. Left-handed dribble. Entry pass, trying to get a low post to Boatwright. Comes loose, stolen again.
He's at 18 steals.
Bounce pass ahead. Transition layup. Blown. Cole down low, can't handle the board. Wrestled loose, back outside. Buffalo's got to get that board. Left wing 3 in the air. That one's short. Cole fights, gets the rebound. Baseline. McAllister moving the other way. 53-24. But to have 3 new players come in for the Lady Buffaloes. Burrow standing on the large A of the Ada Cougars. That spans from nearly one top of the key to the next. Pass to Boatwright. That one nearly stripped loose. Near sideline, back to Ivy. Into the corner. Burrow throws it up for grabs. Intercepted. Turner with the steal. Wide open layup. Cashed in on. 55-24. Like I said, out of all the games McAllister's played this year and some of the losses that they've had, a lot of them have been against excellent teams. As there's another near steal. That would have been their 20th. They find Cole down inside. Looking for a short corner 2 by Boatwright. The Rainbow 2 won't go. Rebounded by the Lady Cougars. They move the other way. This one's the most disappointing. Not just because it's your rival, but also because you felt like you were a little bit closer in talent to the Ada Lady Cougars. Despite their 9-7 record, you played a lot of the same teams around the same margin. As that far corner 3 is made, and it's salt to the wound there for Jordan Turner, who hits it. And it's been all Ada on this Saturday matinee, 58-24.
Needham, Autry, and Williams come in for, I believe that's Ivy, Cole, and Boatwright.
Lady Buffaloes are going to fall to 5-15 on the year. Their losing streak will increase to 4 games in a row, which they'll be tied for their largest losing streak so far this season. They had that earlier, going from the 18th of December to the 8th of January. Another steal, 21st. Splitting defenders, low post 2 made. Cougars are up to 60 points. Solario with that last two. Earhart, right wing. 2 minutes left in this one, 60-24. Right-handed dribble. Earhart, reverse direction, gives it back to Ivy. In the front court, Ivy bounce passes to Williams. Williams had to try to navigate and float along from behind the backboard. Just never had a good angle for that shot. Airballs it. Ada moves the other way again, looking for more points. Far corner, pump. Dribbles inside, back out top of the key. Swinging it near corner. Wide open three on the air from the southpaw. Drained again. Hayden Bundy makes this one 63-24, and the Ada Lady Cougar bench goes wild there for Hayden Bundy. This is on the verge of a 40-point loss for McAlester. The Ada Lady Cougars have scored nearly, getting close to double what they average on the year. Needham between the circles to Autry. Swinging it near corner. Ivy. Back to Autry. Autry trying to get it back to Ivy. Ivy just past the outstretched arms of a Lady Cougar. Pop and shot two from the baseline goes. And it's 63-26.
Ivy's first 2 points of the day.
60 seconds left. In the last non-district game of the season, this will be the last game that won't affect playoff standings or playoff implications at all. So this one's an unforced turnover on the Lady Cougars. One of the few mistakes that they made today.
That is their 6th unforced turnover.
Needham inbounds to Ivy. Final 45 seconds left. Bounce pass right wing to Earhart. Earhart off the pivot foot, passes high post to Ivy. Ivy back outside. Autry takes the left wing three. Hit. No.
Come on.
Come on. They say it's a clean block. She was hit.
I'm not
arm
giving
barred
them the
on the. No. It won't matter nearly a 40-point game, but you send her to the line. What are we doing? Inbound to the high post. Taken loose. On the run again. Solario with the easily pop and shot right block two. Good. And it's 65-26. .23 seconds left. Passing edge of the circle, Needham. Lobbing far sideline, Earhart. Back to Needham, right elbow. Inside to Williams, triple team, back outside, 13 seconds. Ivy in the paint, two won't go. And a rebound by the Lady Cougars down the low post, past Taylor Williams. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds. Solario looking for one last bucket, can't get it. Offensive rebound and the buzzer, and that's the end of the game. McAllister's rough day comes to an end. 65-26 the final score. Let's look at our post-game stats brought to you by McAlester Auto Collision. They are who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. Nate?
Cambry Zoomer was her leading scorer today. She had 11 points along with 2 rebounds. Rylan Lesnow had 8 points today. She had 5 rebounds, 2 offensive, 3 defensive, along with 2 steals. Chloe Boatwright had 3 points, her first 3-point shot make of the year. She also had 2 rebounds. Katie Ivy had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Mila Cole, 2 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Parker Cochran, 4 defensive rebounds. Taylor Williams with a defensive rebound. And that'll do it for individual scoring. Move on to team stats real quick. McAllister, 6 of 28 from the field, good for 21%. Ada, 25 of 57 from the field, good for 44%. McAllister, 3 of 8 from 3, 38%. Ada, 8 of 18 from 3, 44%. McAllister, 11 of 14 from the free throw line, good for 79%. Ada, 7 of 12 for 58%. Ada had 14 offensive rebounds compared to McAllister's 4. McAllister was out-rebounded by 12 total. That is 32-20. McAllister, 27 turnovers compared to Ada's 10. Both teams had 2 blocks.
Just a rough day. You got to flush.
Yep.
That's as simply put as we can make it. It was probably the toughest day for the McAllister Lady Buffaloes of the season thus far. Final score 65-26. We're going to be back in about 3.5 minutes as we have 14 minutes on the clock right now getting ready for the boys game. You're listening to McAllister Basketball on KNED.
Hey guys, Sam from St. Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001444485. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Pontotoc County. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes fall by a final score of 65-26, and now the McAlester boys will look to avenge that loss, coming off of a loss of their own last night. Buffaloes are 13-6 on the year. McAlester was leading by 5 at halftime, despite shooting 29% from the field to Memorial's 39%, but the Chargers found their stride while McAlester continued to struggle shooting en route to a 58-42 loss. McAlester was out-rebounded outscored 16-8 in the third quarter and 24-11 in the fourth. McAlester ended 9 of 41 from the field, 22% to the Chargers' 54%. Tulsa Memorial did only go 1 of 11 from 3 to McAlster's 4 of 16. McAlester made their living at the free throw line, taking 20 more free throw attempts than Memorial while going 20 of 31 from the line. Tulsa Memorial was 7 for 11. McAlester was out-rebounded by 12 and 23-10 on the defensive glass. We did have some standout performers, though. Brandon Smith had 17 points. Rodney Washington had 13 points to lead the way, combining for 30 of the 42 that McAlester had in their season-low 42-point showing from a night ago. Now looking at the Ada Cougars, they're 13-3 on the year, 4A number 9, the same ranking that they had back in December when these two teams played in the opening game of the Sequoia Invitational. Looking back on that, how did these two teams play the opening game against each other in the Sequoia Invitational?
Scheduling.
Two really good teams had to go up against each other in the first game of the tournament, and you don't normally see that. Both these teams could have played in the semifinals easily.
Both teams could have played in the championship.
Again, the Cougars have only lost 2 games since they lost to McAlester back on, December the 11th. They've only lost 2 games since then.
Yep.
In that game, McAlester beat Ada in the first round 74-55. McAlester shot 50% from the field to Ada's 42%, but what really doomed Ada was their three-point ball. A third of their shots were from deep, and they only made 2 out of their 18 attempts. With McAlester shooting 50% from the field and 42% from 3, and the Buffaloes not allowing a ton of offensive rebounds for second-chance points, Ada just couldn't keep up. Only other stats that were wildly different were free throws. McAlester went 13 of 15. Ada had the same amount of attempts, but they went 7 of 15. McAlester had 5 less turnovers than Ada as well. We had Rodney Washington with 24 points on 53% shooting, 5 boards, 5 steals. Brandon Smith had 12 points on 42% shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. And with one of his best games of the year, if not his best game, Davian Pouncil had 22 points on 69% shooting and 12 rebounds to go with a double-double. A spoiler alert, they're all your players to watch coming up in just a bit. But looking at the Cougars, again, McAlester beat Ada in the MAC last year 59-50. So far this season, they beat Tuttle 70-52, Kingston 64-45, Tecumseh 58-43. Those are some of the early games of the season. And as we mentioned, they've been able to up their points per game total to 66.1, giving up 46.1 points per game, really mainly out of the 4A level led by head coach Kyle Caulfield. And they're looking for a statement win. If they can beat the Buffaloes, a team that they lost to by 19 earlier, a team that beat the third-ranked team in 4A, the Fort Gibson Tigers. If they can beat them today, I keep on saying tonight, if they can beat them this afternoon, that might show some people in 4A, because they still go by the rankings. They don't go by district standings.
Right.
They can maybe have a final push, possibly for a better standing as you get towards postseason play. But in order for McAlester to turn away the Cougars for a second time this year and go for another win against them, looking for 3 in a row, who's going to have to stand out for the Buffaloes?
Well, first up, it's got to be Rodney Washington. He had a season low of 13 points yesterday, and you know he is itching to get back right. And what a better team to do it against than McAllister's arch rivals, especially considering he popped off for 24 on them earlier this season on 53% shooting with 5 steals. Next up, Davian Pouncil. Davian had arguably his best game of the season against Ada in Tahlequah. The Cougars had no answer for him, as he had 22 points on 69% shooting and 12 rebounds, being a large reason why the Buffs beat the top 10 Cougars by nearly 20 points. And finally, Brandon Smith. He's been McAllister's leading scorer in the last 3 games and 4 of the last 5. McAllister is good when Brandon is playing average ball, but when he is playing like this, the sky is the limit for the Buffaloes. And I'm excited to see if he can continue to carry over his success. And moving on to the keys to the game. First off, you got to shake off the rust. You could tell that McAllister had 6 days of no games and little practice time due to the winter storm. There was a season low of 42 points, 22% from the field. 9 of 41 is not even remotely indicative of what this team can do. Flush it and get back to your old ways of shooting the basketball today. Next up, contest the outside shot. Despite only making 2 shots from downtown against McAlester back in December, Ada still took 18 attempts, which was a third of their shot selection. What that tells me is that the Cougars highly value their outside shot, and if it's not falling, that spells major trouble for the maroon and white. Don't allow open looks from deep, and don't let Ada get into a rhythm in their own gym with what is already been a raucous crowd. And finally, free throws. Just simple as that. McAlester was 8 of 17 from the line in the first half against Tulsa Memorial. Now, the Buffs cleaned that up by going 12 of 14 from the line in the second half, but imagine the pressure you would have been able to put on Tulsa Memorial if you shoot even 75% from the line in those first 2 quarters. That would have been a 10-point lead going into the locker room, and you have no idea how differently the game could have been played or coached in that situation. Nevertheless, make your free throws, and good things are going to happen here in Ada.
Again, McAlester won this game by nearly 20 points back at the Sequoia Tahlequah Invitational, and they're back at it again here today in Ada. Who will emerge victorious and who's going to drop? Again, McAlester looking to improve to 14-6 on the year. The Cougars looking for one of their biggest wins, if not their biggest win of the season here tonight. 4.5 minutes until we have the starting lineups announced. I'm Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown. This game brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fitton Nissan McAlester, WE Offered Propane, The Bank & A, and Stipe Law Firm, as well as Vickers Power Sports. We'll hear from them and be back in 4 minutes on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance, bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-twin muscle sport suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love, because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Cougar Activity Center.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Superintendent Athletic and Athletic Director Christy James, welcome to the Cougar Activity Center today's matchup between the McAlester Buffalo and your Ada Cougars. Activity programs are primarily for the student participants. The purpose of this game is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities to work for our student athletes. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activities Association. Players, coaches, officials, and spectators can our practices in the promotion and achievement of good sports teaching ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this.
We're back. All right, sorry about that. Our audio was a little bit different. We were trying to charge up this iPad because we were losing a charge for a little while here. That's what we're running off of today. The McAlester Buffaloes 13-6 on the year. Starting lineup is number 2, junior point guard Brandon Smith. Sophomore guard number 3, Rodney Washington. Junior combo guard/forward number 5, Davian Pouncil. Sophomore forward/center number 24, Caven Hill. And freshman forward/center number 32, Jasper Meat. The starting 5 for the McAlester Buffaloes. If you didn't hear it before and you're on radio, wearing their road black jerseys with the gold numerals on the front and back and the gold trim. For the Ada Cougars, wearing their home white and maroon, this is the starting 5. We'll send it over to the PA.
Number 4, Mylan Riley. At forward, 6'4" junior number 5, Grayson Morris. At guard, 6'5" junior number 11, Rex Reynolds. At center, 6'6" junior number 25, TJ James. And at forward, 6'5" junior number 35, Gus Matthews.
So again, those are your starting lineups once more. Looks like TJ James, number 25, number 5, Grayson Morris, number 35, Gus Matthews, number 11, Rex Reynolds, and number 4, Mylan Riley. Totally different numbers than what we were given to start off the year when it comes to their roster. You should see all the scribbles on this roster here. But again, we're about to have tip-off between the Buffaloes and the Cougars. Brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. 918-426-6571. Inside the circle, looks like it's going to be Matthews up against Hill. McAlester will be moving it left to right, and the Cougars will be moving it right to left. Ball's in the air. Tip is won by McAlester as Jasper Meat grabs it, and it's basketball time here in Pontotoc County. Right wing, Rodney Washington with the ball. McAlester looking to improve on their poor shooting performance from a night ago where they went 22% from the field. Passing far corner, Caven Hill. Back out far sideline to Rodney. Rodney on the attack. Back outside near corner, swinging at top of the key. Brandon Smith got his 1,000th point last night. Dribbles up to the left elbow, takes the 2, took some contact, blocked shot, offensive board, Caven Hill puts it back in. Playing janitor here, Caven Hill early. And the McAlester Buffaloes take the early first 2 points, driving in. Rex Reynolds can't make the shot. Bouncing nearly out, saving it for the moment. Now Rodney straight to Rodney. One-on-one, pass to man, lot of contact, 2-pointer, no good. They call a travel on Rodney. As he was making his way to the right block area, say he took an extra step instead of the foul. And with 45 seconds in, McAlester wants to press. Ada easily beats that press with one throw. Into the low post. 2-pointer blocked by Jasper Meat. Caven Hill's got the rebound. Meat had a block and eye to go. On the attack, floater from Brandon Smith is good. And McAlester leads early 4-0. On the inbound, double teamed is Riley. Riley throwing it near sideline. To TJ James, passing right wing. Reynolds thought about the 3. Shovel pass to Riley. Riley going baseline against Rodney. Rodney well guarding him. Throws it. Tipped. Taken loose. Taken back by Ada. Riley on the drive. Kicking out near corner. Bounce pass inside. Lobbing. Brandon nearly got the steal. A lot of contact, but Riley gets it back. Inside 2 is missed, and Jasper Meat has the rebound down at the low post. Head to Rodney. Rodney ahead to Brandon. Brandon's left-handed layup is good, and McAlester off to a hot start. 6-0 the score, and Brandon Smith's got 4 of them, and he nearly has another steal. 6:21 left in the first as he knocks that one out of bounds on the inbound. Hot start for the black and gold. Looking to keep going.
Just what the doctor ordered here to start the game.
Morris inbounds to Riley. Riley double teamed. Throws it far sideline. He's able to find a man now throwing it back. Nearly traveling was Morris. Is able to keep it down to the low post. 2-pointer getting past Brandon Smith is good by Gus Matthews. It's 6-2. McAlester up by 4. Rodney with the ball. Rodney driving down low post. 2-pointer in the air. No good. Again, trying to muscle his way to the low post. Not enough contact to warrant the whistle. Ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds on Pouncil. Pouncil stops him. Strips it loose, but a foul called. Looked like the same contact we saw on Rodney on the other way there, but that's neither here nor there. 5:55 left in the first quarter.
Fouls on Pouncil, his first, team first.
Checking in will be Owen Wofford. Cougars got a lot of size, but there's no one taller than Caven Hill on the floor. Inbound 2-pointer up, good and 1. Jasper Meat ends up fouling number 34, Gus Matthews. And he'll try to complete the 3-point play. And Coach Kyle Caulfield says we need to get a stop right now, talking about the next possession. And there's a bit of confusion as before the free throw comes in, there was a discussion near the scores table. That's settled, and Matthews takes 2 dribbles, spins the ball, bends the knees, shot in the air, shot made. After a 6-0 run for McAlester, a 5-0 run to bring it within 1 for the Cougars. Smith dribbles it right front court. High dribble goes between the legs, passing left side to Rodney, taken loose on the steal. Going the other way, throwing to the back door. Riley up against Rodney, 2-pointer up, in and out, back in. 7-0 run for the Cougars after a hot start by McAlester. Pouncil, low post. Working off the pivot foot, back outside Rodney. Rodney near corner, 3 in the air. Left it a little short. Pouncil fighting for the rebound, instead taken by the Cougars in stride. Transition 2, missed, but a block. A foul called on Brandon Smith. Got too much of the hand, and now I'm having terrible flashbacks to about an hour and a half ago. McAlester started off really strong, the girls did, and then all of a sudden it was a heck of a run by Ada, and that's what they're going on again.
3rd team foul on McAlester, 0 for Ada so far.
But that's Wofford at the line. His first free throw is back ironed. Against McAlester earlier this year, they were 67% at the free throw line. Second free throw in the air. That one's short. Rebounded by Rodney. 0-2 from the line. McAlester down by 1. Brandon right wing. Feeds to Rodney near sideline. Rodney left-handed dribble. Wants a screen by Meat. Dribbles to the left wing. Now attacked. Stops left elbow. Lost the ball. Gathers it back. Thrown straight to Wofford. Wofford in the clear. Going for the layup. It is good. Sorry for the person that stood up in front of the camera. 5:05 left in the first quarter. 9-6 the score. McAlester now can't stop turning the ball over. Near corner. Rodney on the pump. They had only 11 turnovers against Ada back in Tahlequah. That's already, I think, at least 3. Taven Hill right wing. He begins his attack to the high post. Step back, thought about the 2. Lobbing back out to Brandon. 9-0 run since the 6-0 start from McAlester. Straight away with 4:35 left in the first. Brandon dribbles right, gets a screen by Hill. To the high post he goes. Inside, floater, right past the outstretched arm of Wofford for 2. Makes it 9-8, and that breaks the run. There was something on the floor that an official saw and make sure that he blew the whistle to get that moved. McAlester at first showed that they wanted to press, and then they decide to step on back and play some half-court defense. 4:21 left in the first.
Smith's got 6 points so far.
Reynolds passes to Riley into the corner to Wofford. Wofford guarded by Meat, tries going baseline on Meat, throws as he was fading across the baseline and finds Matthews. Matthews outside, quick pass to the far corner. 3-pointer is made right by the edge of the line. Riley makes it a 12-8 game. Pouncil left wing, McAlester down by 4. Largest deficit of the game for the Buffaloes. Washington finds that lane, attacks, takes a big bump. No whistle, there it finally is, and he's fouled on the shot.
First team foul on Ada.
And Rodney Washington will go to the line. That's, again, 1 foul to 3 on McAlester. This trip to the line brought to you by Big Feet Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Rodney's first free throw is short. Rodney is 94 points away from 1,000. He was 3 of 5 from the line last night after starting off 0 of 2. A season-low 13 points for Rodney, and we mentioned it before, if McAllister's going to be the well-oiled machine that they are, he's got to score about 20 a game.
Right.
That's just what his role is going to be game in and game out.
Jacoby Boyd checked in for Jasper Meat between the free throws.
Second free throw is good. So he splits the trip at the line. It's now 12-9. McAlester down by 3. And Ada will take it down the floor. Riley passing near sideline. Looks inside, gives it to Wofford. Wofford back out left wing Reynolds. Reynolds looks inside, trying to find Matthews. They get it to Matthews. They're going to say he was grabbed by Davian Pouncil as Pouncil went and hit the deck.
And that'll be the second on Pouncil. We'll see if Coach Dawkins goes with someone else or it's going to leave Davian out there.
And it'll be Jasper Meat checking back in. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Meat doesn't have a foul on him yet, right?
That is, he's got 1.
14 fouls on McAlester, 1 on Ada, 3:37 left in the first quarter. Inbound near corner Reynolds. Reynolds guarded loosely by Washington. The right wing, Further into the corner to Riley, to Wofford. Wofford outside the three-point line, guarded well by Hill. Wide pass, finding Matthews, gets past Meat and scores. 14-9, Matthews has been eating against McAlester thus far in the first 5 minutes of the game. Buffaloes trail by 5. Smith passes right wing to Boyd. Boyd, high post to Hill. Hill looks outside, guarded by Reynolds. He begins his dribble between the circles. Passing into the corner. Three-pointer in the air by Washington. Too strong. Back iron. One and done go the Buffaloes after Reynolds brings down the board. 5 minutes into the first. Buffaloes down by 5. Driving from coast to coast. Reynolds scores. Lax defense by McAlester. Coach Dawkins thought so too. And it's another bad start for McAlester in the first quarter, just like we had in the previous game. 16-9. Ada up by 7 with 2:54 left in the first on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Ada Cougars putting on a show so far in front of their home crowd, led by Gus Matthews. It's 16-9 with 2:54 left in the first quarter. McAlester not too heavy with turnovers, but they were in the first few minutes. Right now they're trying to find their shot once again. Right wing, Washington, double teamed into the corner. Shovel pass back out to the front court to Smith. 2:41 left in the first. 16-9, Ada on top. Yeah, McAlester won by 19 earlier this year. Hill, free throw line jumper. He got hit on the elbow, and he'll go to the line. So Caven Hill to the charity stripe.
The clock's running.
Why is the clock running?
We've had about 10 seconds run off the clock.
The clock's still running.
Fouls on number 22. We're going to have about a minute go off before the clock stops.
Wofford's first free throw. Clock has stopped. First free throw by Hill is good.
They got to fix the clock. That was about 15 seconds that ran off.
Hill, a 52% free throw shooter.
And I don't think they're going to.
Second free throw in the air by Hill. Got them both. 16-11. Hill against Ada back in December had 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 3 of 3 from the line. Also had 5 rebounds. It's a 5-point Ada lead on the drive into the paint. 2-pointer up and made. Muscled up on Caven Hill, couldn't get the block. 18-11, McAlester down by 7. Rodney, step back, far corner, gives it out to Smith in the front court. 2 minutes left in the first. Top of the key, Smith working to the left wing on the dribble drive, gets to the low post. Contested floater, airballed, bounced towards the baseline, and say last touch by McAlester. And Ada basketball.
Case Patton going to check in here for Jacoby Boyd.
(18-11) with 1:50 left in the first. Ada, who has won 10 out of their last 12 games. An impressive run for the Cougars, pass near corner. Handing it back outside to Reynolds. Reynolds sidesteps to the left, well guarded by Brandon Smith. Back out right side to Wofford. Wofford back to Reynolds, going baseline. Just get around Hill, low post fading away. Up for grabs, taken back by the Cougars. With the ball, number 23. I don't have a number 23 on the roster. Yes, I do. Again, it's all kinds of messed up. That's Tice Williams, my bad. Far corner 3 by Wofford. Wofford's 3 is off kilter. Rebounded by Patton. Patton will take it in stride with 1:10 left in the first. To the left wing to Mead. Mead has the ball outside the perimeter on the drive. He pulls up for a floater, leaves it short. And one and done go the Buffs again. Wofford with the rebound. Far sideline to Williams. Williams traveled in the corner. And they'll get the ball back to the Buffs down by 7, 18-11. Again, the Ada Cougars roster that we were given at the beginning of the year is just completely different from what it is today. So excuse me if I'm trying to find my names. They're kind of out of order right now. 55 seconds left in the first, 18-11. Smith passes right wing, open 3 by Washington. Looks good, is good. Paint it gold. If I'm not mistaken, that's Rodney's first made shot from the field?
Yes. He's got 4 points.
18-14, McAlester brings it within 4. Passing near sideline to Williams. Williams, far sideline into the newly inserted player. I believe that's Chapman. Take that back, Charlie Vest. Reynolds, near sideline. Back to Williams. 25 seconds. Williams dribbles left, guarded by Patton. McAlester working out of a man-to-man defense. Now attacks, low post, grabbed by Smith on the wrist. Brandon didn't agree, but that's a foul. Grabbed on the left wrist.
That's his second. See if, yeah, I bet Jacoby Wood's coming in for him right here just to not pick up that third foul.
So at the free throw line, number 23, it's Tice Williams, a 6'2" junior guard, or rather freshman guard. First free throw is good. Also, the Cougars makes a substitution. Wofford out, and Malachi Chapman in. A lot of players playing for the Cougars here in the first quarter. I'd be willing to say they played already about 10. Williams himself off the bench. His second free throw is made. It's back to a 6-point McAlester deficit, 20-14 with 17 seconds left in the first. Patton ahead to Washington. Washington left wing. Washington attacking. Pushes off. Baseline jumper won't go. Offensive board Boyd. Boyd throws it back out to Patton. Patton near corner. Sidestepping is Boyd. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds to Washington. Half court heave at the buzzer is not close. That's the end of the first quarter. The Ada Cougars, after a 6-0 start from McAlester, they win the rest of the quarter there to take a 20-14 lead into the second. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Well, that's the thing about taking a long break after you're playing some of your best basketball of the season. You got to be able to find that back again. And after the 6-day break, McAlester hasn't really shown it yet. 20-14. McAlester down by 6 to a top 10 team in 4A, the 9th-ranked Ada Cougars, as we're back underway with the inbound into the backcourt, and Reynolds takes it across. Again, Ada, for those on the radio, on the left side of the half-court line. Reynolds tries to get past Washington. Ball's poked loose. Last touch by Reynolds. Reynolds was wanting the foul. He doesn't get it, and Ty Moscato will check in just 9 seconds into the second quarter for Case Patton. And also Brandon Smith will come in as Rodney gets his first break of the game. 7:51 left in the half. Buffalo's down 20-14. Smith takes it across. Again, Smith playing with the same amount of fouls as what his jersey shows. Bounce pass, short corner, Caven Hill. Caven Hill backing up his man. Into the paint he goes. Left-handed hook shot. Got it. That's when Caven Hill's at his best, when he can perform like that down in the low post. 20-16.
He's got 6.
That's what's really, that shows the potential of Caven Hill, because he can do that, and then he can turn around and make threes in isolation. So sky's the limit for the sophomore Caven Hill. He's really just getting started. Near corner, Vest takes a sidestep, left wing 3 that's in and out. A rebound by the Cougars and a foul and one. Tice Williams gets it. Let's see who the foul's on.
Foul's going to be on Hill, his first.
Hill thought he had his arm straight up in the air.
Because he did.
First foul on Hill. Trying to complete the three-point play here will be Williams. You want to know who the most petty person in the world is? He's standing to my left.
Yep.
Williams bends the knees. Shot is in the air. It is good, and that's a three-point play converted for Tice Williams. 23-16, McAlester down by 7. As Smith will take it across the half-court line. Calling out the play and passing right over to Moscato. Moscato 55 seconds into the second quarter, passes to Hill. Right wing, back to the near corner, Moscato. Against the 2-3 zone, feeds across back over to Boyd in the circle. Left side to Smith. 6:55 left in the half. Back to Moscato. Moscato near corner, back to Boyd, working around the perimeter, passing high, retrieving it is Hill. Short corner. He backs up his man again to the right block area. Can't make the shot, fighting for his own rebound. Looks like he took the same contact that he gave on the previous possession.
Sure did.
And it's rebounded by Ada, moving the other way. Pass to the far corner, through the arms to Tice Williams. Just an unforced turnover there. He was already preparing for his drive along the baseline and didn't catch the ball first. 6:37 left in the half. Same thing that you see in football when a guy just drops a wide open pass. He's already trying to see what he's going to do once he makes the catch. And he had a lane too. I see what he was looking at. With the size that he has as well, I think he could have laid down a pretty massive dunk there along the baseline. And the final score from Norman, Oklahoma continues to blunder basketball-wise, 79-69. Texas beats Oklahoma after they had a lead for a majority of the game. Right wing Moscato feeds baseline to Hill. Looks like the offense has tried to row through Hill for the majority of the game thus far. They've been trying to get him along the baseline. Back right wing, Moscato takes the contested right wing three. It's airballed. Not close. Rebounded by the Cougars, 23-16. Far sideline. Williams tries to get past Washington. Foul called on Rodney Washington. 6:07 left in the half.
That's his first.
Team second on McAlester. Coach Dawkins doesn't agree as well.
And he's pointing to the other end saying,
yeah, I understand exactly what he's saying. Inbound, low post 2, wide open made. That one by Grayson Morris, his first 2 points if I'm not mistaken, and McAllister's down by 9. Smith to Washington. Washington pulls up, left wing 3, no good. And McAllister, that's a bad possession. Quick possession, they go one and done. That's a travel before it was a turnover, but it is a turnover regardless on the Cougars as Morris couldn't handle the ball along the far sideline. And ball goes right back to the Buffaloes, and they have a second chance here.
Ada's shooting 67% from the field. 10 of 15.
What gives McAllister some hope is that can't be sustainable.
Well, we keep saying that.
Well, we keep saying that, and then Tulsa Memorial shoots 58% from the field.
Well, don't forget about Alma in the Sequoia tournament.
I'll never forget about that. As there's a pass inside, as Hill nearly gets a ball stolen away from him. He retrieves it near corner. On the attack, he goes into the paint, looking to get it back outside. Lost as it was poked loose back to Washington. He dribbles in, and he's fouled as he got to the high post area. First foul on Ada of the second quarter. 5:35 left in the second. Fouls on Vest, his first.
Foul count is 7-3 right now. Just in case you were wondering.
Smith lobs back over to Washington by the half-court line. Washington right-handed dribble, passes to Smith, angle left, bounce pass to Mead, baseline. Back out Moscato, wide open, top of the key, 3, in and out. Coming down with it, Caven Hill can't put it back in. Offensive board, Rodney Washington gets a lot of people to jump up, gets fouled, no call. And still fight for the rebound, playing volleyball as Jasper Meek grabs it. Another chance for points. Far corner 3, Brandon Smith. Got it! And one! Chance for the 4-point play. Boom goes the dynamite. And a chance to bring it within a 4-point game. 5-point game, rather. We would rather have the 3 than whatever happened down there in the paint anyway.
Absolutely.
This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Misses the shot, but Jasper Mead with another offensive board. Right wing 3 by Brandon. Does he have back-to-back? No, too strong. Nearly a 6-point possession there for McAlester, but still, they cut the deficit back down to 6 by Brandon Smith. Under 5 minutes left in the half. 25-19. That kind of woke up the McAlester crowd a little bit, too. Passing short corner, driving in. Morris for 2. Fouled and 1. Shots falling there for the Cougars. Jasper Meat picks up another foul, and Morris will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
That's Meat's second. And looks like Jacoby Boyd will be checking in here. Checking in for Moscato.
4:50 left in the half.
Pouncil in also for Meat.
Yeah, Meat earns a well-deserved break there after he was a workhorse in that last possession. Free throw was made, 3-point play converted, and McAlester back down by 9 on the very next possession. 28-19, Rodney to the right wing. Gets Morris to cross over, top of the key 3 is short. Ball as Boyd was pushed to the floor.
What are we doing?
Either that or you're tripped up along that baseline. The officials say he's going to get tripped up, but still wouldn't that result in possibly a foul?
Yep.
It goes towards the corner and out of bounds. Last touch by the shooter, Rodney. And really what it comes down to also is McAllister's not making their shots. They're still showing a lot of rust when it comes to their shot, and that's really for both the boys and girls.
McAllister 32% from the field right now. Ada 69% from the field.
And despite the 31% difference, McAllister lucky they're only down by 9. Williams, right wing to Vest. Vest past Boyd. Back to the low post, back outside. Williams for 3, contested. No good. Ball's rebounded offensively by the Cougars and Vest. Bounce pass back low post. As Matthews fouled, there's a charge. He ended up fouling Caven Hill.
Ada has no reason to boo right here. Not a one. Patton checks in here for Boyd.
First foul on Gus Matthews. Again, he's had a great first half. 4:19 left in the second quarter. 28-19. Smith angle right. Pass to the edge of the circle. Quick swing over to Patton, left wing. Patton guarded well by Vest. Reverses direction into the corner to Pouncil. Pouncil held scoreless thus far tonight. Back to Pouncil, far corner going baseline. And he's fouled as he tried getting to the low post. And Wofford, he showed a little bit of an elbow. He thought that he was fouled. That's going to be Wofford's second, team fourth. 28-19, about halfway through the second quarter. McAllister one foul away from getting to the bonus. Pouncil baseline will slap the ball and look for someone to come open. Pouncil looks, tries to find Hill in the corner, and it's hit out of bounds. Williams checks back in. He's had a great game off the bench for the Cougars. Coming in for Wofford, so he doesn't pick up his third foul. But can Cougars showing the depth that they've had and how much they've grown really even since December. Trusting all of them to play that have played thus far in the first half. Smith gets a long inbound by the half-court line. Loosely guarded opposite of Reynolds. Dribbles top of the key. Right, crossing over, passing to the left wing. Washington thought about the 3. Dribbles in, dribbles right back out. Back to Smith. Good defense by the Cougars. McAllister's found nothing really open. Smith on the attack now, into the paint. Tries going around a man, can't score. Ball tips around, taken by Reynolds. McAllister's not really finding any open looks. Far corner. Riley going baseline. Tough 2, missed the shot, gets his own rebound. Double teamed, feeds off to Matthews. Matthews going up and scoring. McAllister cannot keep on getting out rebounded like this.
Nope.
Too many offensive boards by the Cougars is why McAllister's down by 11. And on the verge of losing 2 in a row as there's another steal. Reynolds down the floor against Patton. And he will finish with the left hand over Patton, and it's 32-19. Coach Dawkins wants a timeout. The official never saw Coach Dawkins, and there's the timeout finally, as the Cougars are pumped up right now, up 13 on the McAllister Buffaloes, looking for revenge after they lost by 19 earlier this year. 3:03 left in the half. We'll take a 60-second break and be back on KNED.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001444485. McAllister Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAllister Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Well, so far, the break has not been good to McAllister basketball after the winter storm. McAllister's down 32-19 to the Ada Cougars after the Lady Cougars already beat McAllister by 39 points earlier today. McAllister looking to, again, try to find some rhythm. They haven't had a lot of open shots going up against this 2-3 zone defense, similar to what the Tulsa Memorial Chargers ran a night ago. Buffalo's trying to break it. After the timeout, McAllister will have 3 left. Ada has all 5 of theirs. Left wing Brandon finds a lane, gets a high post to Pouncil. Pouncil driving in. Tough 2 as he goes around a man and scores. Right around Gus Matthews. And those are the first 2 points for Davian Pouncil. Buffaloes have got to get him going if they want to find success today, and that's a good way to get him going. 32-21, top of the key, lob near corner. Reaching high forward is Riley, guarded by Pouncil. Passing the opposite side, now inside to Matthews, guarded by Hill. Backs him up, spin move 2. Not with the make 2, but free throws on the way for Gus Matthews. Their game plan against McAlester is also vastly different than what it was back in December. How many threes have they actually taken today?
They have taken 4 threes.
Foul, by the way, was on Hill. See, they took 18 against McAlester back in December. They've tried to make the offense go through Gus Matthews and inside the perimeter with more high percentage shots as the first free throw is missed.
8 of 5 of 8 from the free throw line.
Both teams have 14 fouls. This to bring it to a 12-point game. Matthews' free throw is good. Splits the trip at the line. It's now 33-21.
Ty Moscato checking in for Case Patton.
Waiting for the whistle to have Hill inbound it. He does so to Washington. And with 2:24 and ticking, Buffalo's down by 12. Rodney Engel right. High dribble right side. Begins his approach on Reynolds. Jump pass to the left wing to Moscato. Back to Smith between the circles. 2:11 left in the half. High post pass to Pouncil. Pouncil had it stripped loose. Ball's grabbed again. Steal by the Cougars. Ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds' layup is good. 35-21. Rodney grabs it. Gets to the low post. Goes up for 2, and he is fouled as he also did give a shot up high unintentionally to Grayson Morris, but McAlester right now will take what they can get. That'll lead to 2 free throws for Rodney Washington. The trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. It's the second foul on Morris, and now McAllister's in the bonus for the final 2 minutes here. And Rodney misses the first free throw.
It's 1 of 3 from the line right now. McAlester has the team 3 of 6.
You know, we mentioned how a break would be good for McAlester. Right now, also a full practice on Monday is what's going to be good for everybody to get back into shape. Second free throw made by Rodney. Splits the trip at the line and now makes it 35-22.
He's got 5 today.
Riley across the far sideline. Guarded opposite to Smith. Off a screen by Matthews. Dribbles inside the perimeter. Passes out over to Williams. Williams left wing guarded by Pouncil. Well, it looks like a man-to-man defense here. Passing outside. Lost in translation. Open 3 by Vest is missed. Offensive board Matthews. Back outside. Reynolds gets Washington to jump for joy. Misses the 2. And Brandon's got the board. Throws ahead for Rodney. Rodney to the low post. Draws contact. More free throws here for Rodney. Rodney is 2 of 4 from the line thus far this afternoon. Fouls on number 11. Rex Reynolds sets his first. Team 6th of the quarter with 1:27 left in the first half. 13-point McAlester deficit. First free throw by Rodney, nothing but net. To bring it back within 11. Again, this is nothing that McAlester can't come back from. They came back from down 14 twice against OK. So the second free throw is missed, and once again, splitting the trip at the line. And a tie ball is going to give the ball back to the Buffaloes when Pouncil never had control.
Okay, I'll take it.
Again, I call it as I see it. Ada has a reason to be upset there because Davian never had the ball. Pouncil looks for an open man on the inbound, finds Brandon far corner. McAlester make the most out of a gift. Left wing, 1:21 left in the half. Rodney to Moscato, right wing. Moscato lost control of the ball for a moment. Feeds it over to Hill. Hill near corner on the drive against Reynolds. Ball poked loose, still backing him up. Feeds it back outside. Didn't do anything with it. Riley with the interception. Ahead to Williams. Williams' layup good. 37-23. McAlester down by 14. Game high deficit for the Buffs. Final minute of the second quarter. Rodney Engel right. Jabbing into the high post. Past Reynolds, gets his own rebound after the air ball, jumped on and landed right on Rodney. Rodney trying to push Matthews off, and a technical foul will be called on Rodney.
Are you serious?
Well, Rodney pushed him off, trying to get him to push off. That's what they're going to see there. I think, arguably, hate to say it, but it was probably the right call in that situation.
He was standing over him.
Well, he was on top of him, and he tried just pushing him off because he landed with his full body on top of him, unintentionally in my opinion. But what they're going to see there is they're going to see Rodney with the push. Rodney's still going to end up getting 2 free throws because he was fouled there, but then so will the Cougars, and then they're going to get the ball here. That's Rodney's second personal. Coach Dawkins telling Rodney to kind of calm down. The official is explaining the situation to Dawkins again. That's all the way down there in that corner, too. There's a bunch of people around the area. Rodney was landed on, full body landed on by Matthews, and that picks up Matthews' foul. But Rodney, as Matthews was kind of laying on him for what Rodney felt like was a little bit too long, tried pushing him off and did so a little aggressively there. And that's what the official saw. He still gets 2 free throws, and then there'll be 2 by a shooter of Coach Caulfield's choosing. His first free throw is good.
Case Patton going to check in here in a second.
Second one in the air, and he makes the most out of his trip, but again, 2 free throws now for the Cougars, and then they get the ball. So now you got Brandon with 2 fouls, Rodney with 2 fouls.
Caven Hill with 2 fouls, and Jasper Meat with 2 fouls.
Who's that at the line? Again, he's standing sideways of us. Is that Riley?
4, I think.
Yeah, that's Riley. His first shot is good. Takes a couple of dribbles, bends the knees, second shot, and they answer right back, and they get the ball. So it really comes down to what happens there is both guys pick up a foul, say that was a missed shot by Rodney, you go the other way. You're still down by 14 after all that.
Patton checks in for Smith.
39-25. Ada Cougars averaging 66.1 points per game on the year. They're near 40 right now with 45 seconds left in the half. Patton guarding Williams. And Rodney should have probably picked up his 3rd foul there. Rodney, be careful. High post. Back out far corner. Vest thought about the 3, pumps and drives. Floater from inside the paint goes. Nice shot. Charlie Vest. And McAlester down by 16 with 30 seconds until the break. Jump past Moscato far corner. Moscato attacks baseline. Reverse layup missed. Ball comes loose. Last touched by the Cougars. McAlester basketball with 21 seconds left in the half. Pounce will inbound. McAllister's been all sorts of discombobulated here in the first half. Pouncil looking, finding Hill, backing up his man. 2, not a block shot. Foul called on the Cougars again. So free throws more for the Buffaloes. Again, they had 31 free throw attempts last night against Tulsa Memorial, made 20 of them.
These will be number 12 and 13.
They were 12 of 14 from the line in the second half, but in the first half, 8 of 17. First free throw by Hill is no good. Spins out. It's been a frustrating day for McAlester basketball, to say the least. Hill 2 dribbles, bends the knees. A 3rd dribble, shot in the air, and misses both the free throws. Pouncil can't get the rebound. Got to be careful not to foul because you send them automatically to the line if you do so. Reynolds down the floor with what should be the final shot of the half. 16-point Cougar lead. 5 seconds. Reynolds off a screen to the right wing. Pulls up for a long right wing 3 that won't go. Rebounded by Hill at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half. McAlester will go into the locker room down by 16, looking for answers. 41-25 is the score. We'll be back in a moment on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, Your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Well, so far, back-to-back games of rough shooting days for the McAlester Buffaloes. 41-25 is the score as the Ada Cougars have had their way with McAlester so far in the first half. The good news for McAlester is they are not unused to being second-half teams. They've come back down from double digits in multiple games before. Not to the Ada Cougars, though. McAlester lost the first quarter to the Cougars back on the Sequoia Tahlequah Invitational, but then they came back to win the next three quarters. But right now, the Cougars are saying that, hey, we took that loss personally, and we're looking to come back and beat you here at our own house. So, again, 41-25 is the score. We'll tell you how we got to this point with your halftime stats brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Nate, take it away.
All right, Brandon Smith was your leading scorer in the first half. He had 9 points on 50% shooting, along with a defensive rebound. Rodney Washington had 8 points in the first half, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 defensive, along with a steal. Kaven Hill had 6 points on 50% shooting, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 defensive. Davian Pouncil made his only shot in the first half, had 2 points. Jasper Meade had 3 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 defensive, along with a block. Jacoby Boyd had an offensive rebound, and Case Patton had a defensive rebound. And that'll do it for individual scoring. And we'll move right into team stats. And this is where McAllister's losing the game right here. Ada, 16 of 26 from the field, good for 62%.
Golly.
McAlester, 8 of 26, 31%. That's your game right there.
Yeah, McAllister's a 44% shooting team, and they haven't been close to that in the last 2 games. So they have got to be better from the field.
McAllister, 2 of 9 from 3, good for 22%. Ada, just 1 of 6 at 17%. Ada also much better at shooting free throws today. They are 8 of 11, good for 73%. McAllister, 7 of 13 at 54%. Rebounding, actually dead even right now, 14 apiece. McAllister, 7 offensive rebounds, Ada 4. Ada 10 defensive rebounds. McAllister with 7. Turnovers basically the same as well. 5 turnovers from McAllister, 5 Ada turnovers forced by McAllister, 6 by Ada, and 2 Ada blocks. McAllister 1.
So obviously, I feel like we're having a copy and paste of the girls' game. There's a lot to be desired here for McAllister. Now, did they play a little bit better than what we saw in the previous game? Yeah, they have, but it's still not enough to be able to beat the Ada Cougars today. If you find yourself down by a top 10 team by 16 points, not often can you come back and win that type of game. McAllister's shown that they can do it, and they've done it a few times this year. They're a really good second-half team. They come out of the locker room usually with a fire underneath them. That was not the case last night. So yeah. McAllister has got to find a way to be able to just simply make their shot, and it just isn't happening. They have, I would say there's more games that McAllister has shot 45%, 48% or higher than there's games that they haven't done that. And here in the last game and a half, they have not been close to 38%. They haven't even been close to their season average the last game and a half. So what can McAllister do to, one, find more open looks and convert?
You can't go one and done on your possessions. That's been happening far too often.
Especially when Ada is getting a lot of offensive rebounds too.
Yeah, you're seeing McAllister take a lot of quick shots on the offensive end, and when you're missing, You're not getting the offensive rebound, and Ada's getting to go the other way, where they have been very efficient on offense. Obviously, 62% doesn't feel sustainable, but we've seen it this year. But really, I mean, take your time on offense. Don't just chuck up a three because it's semi-open. Look for the open shot down low because that's been there early on today. But McAllister's just not taking advantage of their opportunities.
There's no 16-point play in basketball, so again, you're going to have to take it slowly but surely. But in terms of individual play, Rodney's going to have to get more involved, and it's hard to say too because they're double teaming him a lot. And
I mean, right now he's 1 of 9 from the field.
So he's got to, for McAllister to have the success to be able to beat teams like Ada, top-ranked teams like Ada. Again, everyone's allowed a rough day, but again, the problem for McAllister is they're a good team. They're a great team, actually. And you saw that even with Rodney missing a couple of games, McAllister can still win the games. The problem is when you do have Rodney and he's able to get those kind of usage, he's going to have the higher percentage shots. Again, he's shooting himself nearly 50% on the year, 46% from the field, 34% from three. Those are pretty good numbers for the type of usage that he has. He just has been a little bit cold to get started after this long break. So he's going to have to get more efficient from the field. Davian Pouncil's going to have to probably get more involved. He's going to have to try to get down to the low post more because that's what he does best. A drive to the hoop, moves down inside the paint. They just haven't been open, and that's a credit to the Ada Cougars for that. As for Brandon Smith, I think he needs to continue to do what he's doing. I think he's doing exactly what he needs to do right now, offensively and defensively. Caven Hill hasn't been too bad either. Jasper Meat has been really good. Even though he hasn't had any points, I believe, thus far, he has been getting the offensive boards that McAllister has desperately needed. And so he's kept McAllister within striking distance on his efforts. But overall, as a team, McAllister's got to shoot better. And it starts with finding the open shots. And Nate kind of broke it down perfectly. Don't settle for the quick shot, short possession when Ada's going down the field and going down the court and shooting 62% from the field. So 41-25 is the score. Not time to panic yet for McAllister, but if they don't start the third quarter hot, it might be starting to get time to panic. 41-25 is the score with about a minute and a half until the beginning of the second half. You're listening to McAllister Basketball here on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit, finish, and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guide.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
All right, well, we've seen a lot of second-half performances for the ages from the McAlester Buffaloes this year alone. They're going to need another one down 41-25 to the Ada Cougars, who are laser-focused on revenge from about a month and a half ago. Again, 41-25 is the score. The Buffaloes down by 16, trying to erase what has been a rough couple of days of basketball before they get back into district play. Again, after today, it's nothing but district play. You have at Claremore, at East Central, at Tahlequah. This is the first road game of what will be a 2-week-long road stretch before McAllister's back at home against Glenpool on February the 13th. And the thing is, Claremore is good enough. They've been making strides throughout the year. They're good enough that if you play like this, Claremore is going to beat you, and then you're worried about maybe dropping from the 3 spot down to the 4.
Yeah.
So McAllister looking to not just get some momentum, but maybe come back and win the game today. Ada will start the second half with the ball as Riley gets it down inside to Matthews. He's triple team back outside to Reynolds. Reynolds shove a pass left wing. 3-pointer in the air and short. Another offensive rebound by the Cougars. Throwing it down low post. Matthews around Pouncil. Bounce pass left block. Floater up. Floater missed. Brandon tackled as he gets the baseline for the rebound. They say he stepped. Well, he didn't step out of bounds, but Brandon's also kind of hurt too. Pouncil helping him get up. They say there was no foul as Brandon was hit to the floor on a rebound attempt. They say that it was touched out of bounds by the Cougars.
I mean, I saw about the same tackle over at East Central University back in, what was that, September?
September. 41-25, 7:34 left in the third. Again, unintentional tackle. It's not like he was purposely tackled, but it still is enough contact that should have warranted a foul, in my opinion. Meat down the low post, dribbles into the paint, feeds back outside straight away, contested three by Rodney, painted gold. Good start for Rodney after, again, going 1 of 9 in the first half. Makes his first shot of the second and pulls McAlester within 13.
And he is in double digits. He's got 11.
7:10 left in the third quarter. Passing right wing. Reynolds guarded by Rodney. Rodney having to be careful playing with some fouls here. Throwing high to the far corner. Retrieving it is Riley. Down low post to Matthews. Matthews trying to get around Meat to the low post. Intercepted. Caven Hill with a steal. Hill taking himself down the floor. He looks, finds Brandon straight away. Brandon finds the lane for a moment, but decides against it and sets up the offense. Against the 2-3 zone that Ada has not departed from the entire game. Rodney far sideline, guarded well by Reynolds. Passing back to Brandon, open far corner three in the air. Back-to-back threes by the Buffs, painted gold. And McAllister's brought it to a 10-point game, lickety-split. 6:33 left in the third quarter.
And Brandon Smith up to 12 now.
Good start for McAllister out of the gate. Reynolds trying to drive on Rodney, pulls up baseline jumper, hits the side of the backboard, bringing it in is Meat ahead to Rodney. Rodney, do you want to take it? He does. Low post two, draws contact, almost got the and one, but he brings the foul in on. Let's see if it's going to be on Reynolds or Matthews. Calling it on Matthews. That'll be his third, and Rodney will get 2 free throws here. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs, plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. You want to know something crazy, Nate?
What's that?
Here's Rodney's first free throw, which is good. After it hits the rim and kisses the glass and falls through. McAllister's already made a quarter of their shots from the field that they made in the entire first half.
Man.
McAllister with a quick 7 points out of the gate in the third quarter. Rodney makes it 8 as that one spins through, popped back out, but then fell. And it's 41-33, 8 points for McAllister out of the gate, not even 2 minutes into the third. Riley dribbles left. McAllister sticking with the man-to-man defense. Riley gets a screen, dribbles to the short corner, lobbing out over to Matthews straight away. Matthews one dribble, right side, off a screen by Matthews, backing up Pouncil, and they're going to call the foul on Pouncil down the low post, saying that he grabbed Matthews as Matthews was backing him up.
He did. That's his third.
5:58 left in the third. Matthews does check out. That was also risky there at Matthews with the way he was moving also, because that could have been his 4th foul. Coach Caulfield wisely saw that and said, I cannot risk you getting you your 4th foul this early in the third. Inbound near corner, Reynolds drives past Pouncil. Pouncil got to be careful. He doesn't pick up his 4th. And a prayer shot by Reynolds. He even shrugs. Somehow fell as he shot that one, just hoping for contact. Back to a 10-point game. Rodney into the paint. Rodney, a lot of contact, doesn't get the foul. Instead, it's a foul on Jasper Mead after a rebound by Wofford.
And that's Mead's third. I don't know what Rodney has to do to get a foul. I'm driving down.
We saw it a lot with the Dante Holloman when he played for McAllister as well. Just because he's good enough to get into the paint and draw the contact doesn't mean that you can't keep on not blowing the whistle. That looked like a lot of contact against Rodney as he got to the low post. Top of the key, passing left side. Looking in, nothing there. Swinging it right side to Wofford. Wofford working on Meat by the three-point line, now backing on up. Passing left side. Looking inside for Riley. Riley comes open for a minute, and a foul called on Jasper Meat. Shot won't fall, but we'll have 2 free throws here for Mylan Riley.
And that's the 4th on Meat.
Coach Dawkins notices that, and it's going to be Gianni Fascio to come in for Meat. It'll be his first minutes of the game. Riley's first free throw is back ironed. Looked too strong out of the right hand. The McAllister trail by 16 at halftime. That brought it to a 10-point game. Second free throw by Riley is good. Splits the trip. 11-point game. Smith gets the inbound. We're back underway with 5:15 left in the third. Smith left wing. Crosses over Riley. Gets to the low post. Spin move. Floater. No good. And out of bounds. Last touch by the shooter. And it will be Cougar basketball with just over 5 minutes left in the third. Riley works across, guarded by Smith, dribbling right, stopping on a dime. Smith right with him. Passing near corner to Wofford. Wofford guarded by Hill. Hill back out right wing, swinging it over to the left side. Now to Reynolds, into the corner, back to Reynolds on the cut. Reynolds, perfect execution. Perfect execution, well timing from Riley over to Reynolds. And it's a 13-point game. Again, McAllister's hot start to the third quarter is about to dwindle away. Got to get it back going again. Left wing three by Rodney. Can't get it to go. Ball's going to get hit out of bounds. McAllister thinks it's their basketball. Officials think differently. They say last touch by Hill down the low post. And after the 8-0 start, it's been a 6-0, answer by the Ada Cougars. Looking for more. Left wing Wofford, guarded by Hill. Looking inside, nothing's there. Passes straight to Rodney Washington against Reynolds. Washington down the floor. Foul will be on the floor before Rodney was able to go up with the shot as he was tangled up with Reynolds. A smart foul by Reynolds.
Yep.
That'll be his second.
Team second here in the third quarter.
Making McAllister earn it. An inbound far corner to Rodney. Guarded opposite of Morris. Dribbles in the perimeter and right back out. Far sideline, Rodney, angle right. Crosses over his man, tries to get it outside. Got hit on the arm, we get no whistle. We're going to have a tie ball here, and it's going to keep it with McAllister. He got hit on the arm, and now Rodney is tangled up with Morris. Again, Rodney's got to be careful that he doesn't let anybody get into his head here, because if he picks up a second technical foul, he's done. He picked one up in the first half after he had a Cougar land on him. He tried pushing him off. 4:03 left in the third. That time he got tangled up with Morris, who's guarding him right now at the high post. Can you tell this is a rivalry?
Yeah.
Pouncil looking, finds Rodney far corner. Morris meets him. Dribbles along the arc under 4 minutes left in the third quarter and a 13-point McAllister deficit. Far sideline, passing corner. Hill takes the corner, open three, no good. Tough shot there for McAllister. It was open there for a moment, but he was also kind of well guarded there in the corner, I believe, by Wofford. To the other corner, Riley passes it down the low post. Smith tries to strip it loose. It is on the floor and taken by Brandon Smith. Smith ahead, 2-on-2 in transition. Low post two as he's... We got to call a foul. No foul, rebound by the Cougars near corner. Riley for three, good.
5-point swing.
That's crazy.
Can't happen.
And now there's a foul called on Morris.
Technical foul.
Again, I was looking away. I didn't see what Morris did. But he is going to get a technical foul, and that's going to send, I guess, Brandon Smith will probably be the person to go to the line here. That's Morris's third personal.
And Lou is not happy about what happened down the other end.
Yeah, he's still pointing over by the basket. There's going to be a timeout called, and we'll take it with him. It's going to be a 60-second. We'll take a 30 and be back on KNED.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014448. McAllister Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. More time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments. And even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAllister Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Well, frustrations have boiled over for McAllister on the heels of their worst shooting night of the year last night. They're shooting poorly, and also they feel like they're not getting a lot of foul calls either, which has led to McAllister just even more snowballing into their play. Coach Dawkins was upset that there was not a foul called on Brandon driving towards the hoop and what looked like a very obvious foul. It led to a three-pointer by Morris, I think, or Riley that was made on the near corner, then an immediate technical foul, and that's why we have free throws for Brandon Smith, who hits the first one. McAllister, despite all that, has won the quarter by 1 point now. This trip to the line brought to you by Big View Feed Center, 918-426-1951. Smith's second free throw is good. So he does what he needs to do at the line. Smith continues to be a workhorse from the free throw line. Again, he's been McAllister's leading scorer for the last 3 games in a row and 4 out of the last 5. He's really turned it up, playing some of his best basketball in this stretch at 5 or 6 games of his entire career. Inbound near corner, Rodney Washington. Can McAllister make the most out? No. Before I can even finish the statement, Riley gets a steal, stripped loose by Brandon as he undercut the layup attempt. Brandon's really good at that too. He doesn't decide to go up and make contact and try to block the shot. He goes down low and tries to swipe it loose, and he's really good at that in transition, and he prevents an easy bucket. Throwing inside and coming down with it is Williams. Williams can't score. Facio has the rebound. Facio ahead to Hill. Hill ahead to Rodney. Rodney attacking to the low baseline. Comes up, block shot, offensive board. Hill playing janitor. Nice block down there in the low post, but Caven Hill makes it up. Brings it back to a 12-point game with under 3 minutes left in the third.
Hill's got 8.
That was an excellent block. That looked like to be number 25. And these, I apologize, these numbers are out of order. That was T.J. James with the block. Right wing Reynolds looks, jabs right, goes left on Rodney into the paint, takes a bump from Rodney. Cinderella spin, can't make the shot, gets his own rebound, and they say Brandon hit the wrist. Yes, he did, of Reynolds down in the mid-range area.
That'll be the third on Brandon. 4th team foul here in the third quarter.
Baseline inbound coming up for Riley. 12.8 lead, inbound far corner. Again, sidestep to the right after Rodney bit on the pump fake into the corner. Riley for 3, wide open, misses the shot. Pouncil has the rebound, moving it ahead. In the backcourt, needs help, finds Facio, left front court. Facio, shovel pass to Smith, and they set up the offense with 2:20 left in the third. Pass to Rodney, straight away. Rodney from the S in Cougars. Guarded opposite of Williams. Back step to the edge of the circle with 2:09 left in the third. Off screen by Pouncil, moves right into the corner. Facio goes baseline, stopping, mid-range. Looking for somebody to get it out to, lobs it back to Rodney by the half-court line. 1:58 left. Rodney crosses over, pulls up, pop and shot, free throw line, won't go. Offensive board, Caven Hill has his shot blocked by James, and a rebound by the Cougars. That's back-to-back blocks on back-to-back possessions by T.J. James. Showing why he got the start here today. Excellent post defender. Right elbow pop and shot by Reynolds is back ironed, and now the Cougars are starting to slow down in terms of their shooting. Pouncil weaving through traffic all the way to the low post, and he finishes. Nice move by Tavian Pouncil, taking it himself. And McAllister brings it back to a 10-point game, 49-39.
He's got 4 points.
1:24 left in the third quarter. Rodney guarding against Reynolds. Passing far side to Williams, taking a contested left wing 3 that almost took the shooter's bounce in. Another missed 3. Caven Hill's got the rebound. Passes ahead to the far sideline to Facio. To Smith. Smith, does he want to attack? No, he waits for the offense. Man-to-man defense by the Cougars. That looks more like that is man-to-man. Driving in, high post, lost the dribble, but it luckily bounces straight to Pouncil off of a Cougar. McAllister keeps the possession with under a minute left in the third. Rodney on the attack. Rodney contested low post 2. No good. Rebounded by the Cougars. In the back where they dribble it off their own ankle out of bounds. Malachi Chapman couldn't keep control of the ball, being guarded well. 49-39, Buffaloes will get the ball back.
And T.J. James out of the game here for Ada.
Pouncil, inbounds baseline. Looks and fights Rodney. Spot up, right wing 3, short. Offensive board, Brandon Smith, 2. He's fouled. Brandon Smith with 2 free throws here to try to cut more into the deficit. What's also been impressive for me when it comes to Brandon this year, again, he's not the tallest of guys, but he knows how to play outside the perimeter and also inside. Standing at 6'1", he's averaging 4.1 rebounds per game.
Wow.
First free throw by Brandon didn't look good out of his hand, though. Left that one short.
Case Patton coming in, Rodney sitting down.
That was Reynolds' third personal. Both teams have 14 fouls here in the third quarter with 42 seconds left in it. Brandon takes a deep breath. A few dribbles, bends and knees. Shot in the air, and shot is made. Splits the trip at the line, and McAllister back down by single digits, 49-40. They've cut their deficit by 7 here in the third quarter, near corner. Vest, guarded by Pouncil, works around the perimeter and passes to Williams. Quick swing to Reynolds, left side. Reynolds dribbled the ball off his foot, and it's stolen by Brandon Smith. 2-on-2, his pocket's picked. Nice play by Williams to get the ball right back to the Cougars. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. 49-40. Riley, guarded by Smith. 15 seconds. 14, 13. Backs up by the half-court line. Wants a screen. Gets one. Brandon works off of it well. 7 seconds. Reynolds pumps. Goes inside. Lays it in. Leaves it short for Wofford as it's knocked out of bounds by an outstretched arm of either Facio or Hill. And with 2.9 left, we'll have a baseline inbound for the Cougars, with Ada leading by 9. Riley right at the glass, gets the ball, passes to the foot of Wofford, takes it away. Baseline fadeaway jumper, looking like Dirk can't make the shot though, and that's the end of the third quarter. So McAlester cuts their deficit nearly in half from a 16-point game down to a 9, and they have a chance here entering the fourth quarter. 49-40 is your score here in Ada. You're listening to McAlester basketball on KNED.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love, because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at BentonNissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call: 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
And the inbound, it's an immediate steal by Brandon Smith, who scores, just overshot his man. That's how the fourth quarter begins, and McAllister's cut a 16-point deficit down to a 7. 7:50 left in the game. That's how, again, you start a quarter. Right wing, Gianni Facio guarding up his man, passing out to the low post, overshooting his man was Caven Hill, but Hill makes up for it with a ferocious block against Gus Matthews. Brandon down the floor after the board. Brandon inside, floater from mid-range, won't go. Caven Hill can't handle the board. It's hit out of bounds by the Cougars, who tried knocking it to an open Cougar along the baseline. Pouncil will inbound at baseline. What a block, Caven Hill. Gus Matthews has really gotten whatever he's wanted to so far in the low post. Not that time.
Meat in for Facio here. Remember, Meat playing with 4 now.
Pouncil looks, finds Rodney. Near corner. Rodney begins his dribble further towards the front court, now approaching. Into the paint he goes. Gets a man to jump stop. Feeds it inside for Hill. Hill takes a bump as he was making his way back into Wofford. And he'll get 2 free throws here, with his team down by 7 with 7:24 left.
And I want to go ahead and do a quick foul reset here. You've got Brandon, Davian, and Jasper all playing with 3 or more fouls.
But Mead's the only one with 4, correct?
Yes.
Hill's first free throw is good. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
Everyone on the floor from McAlester has at least 2.
Whew. That was Wofford's third personal. Hill misses the second free throw, and McAlester has cut their deficit by 10 since halftime. 49-43, Riley into the corner. Open 3 ball in the air, short. Ball is rebounded by the Cougars, and also a McAlester foul will be on Davian Pouncil.
That's his 4th.
So 2 different players with 4 fouls on the floor right now for McAlester. The rest with 2 or 3. Inbounding top of the key over to Wofford, who takes it by the circle. As 2 Cougars bounce into each other, as Rodney was guarding one man well. Hill now out beyond the perimeter, guarded up against Matthews. Pass top of the key, Williams driving in. Low post 2 is up and made. Tough 2 by Williams. Off the bench, he's been fantastic for the Cougars. Lobbing ahead to Pouncil. Pouncil saves it from going out of bounds, tries to swing it back far side, and it's stolen by Williams. Just spoke his name and did it again. Tice Williams. Across right wing to Vest. Vest into the corner. Spotted 3 by Wofford is up and in and out, nearly back in. Matthews down low post. 2-pointer, and a foul called on Hill as he tried going for the block.
That's Hill's 3rd.
Hill's in disbelief. I think that is the correct call.
It's the second team foul on McAlester here in the first minute and a half.
The thing is, Coach Caulfield's done a really good job of spreading out the fouls for the Cougars. Not a lot of guys. I don't think any guys have 4 fouls on them. 6:39 left in the game. Just because, again, Caulfield's been able to rotate a lot of players in today. McAlester, for the most part, the primary minutes have gone to their first 5 or 6 guys. First free throw in and out by Matthews. Score still at an 8-point game. With how McAlester can score, it's still well within striking distance. They got 8 points out of the gate in the third quarter. Matthews trying to make it a 9-point game. Big bend at the knees. Shot is on the way and short as well. Rebounded by Pouncil in the high post, and he was not fouled. Was he fouled?
Yes.
Yeah, immediately fouled by the high post. Is that by Matthews too? If that's Matt, yeah, that's his 4th.
That's big. And he's going to have to sit down.
So Coach Dawkins wanting to roll the dice with his bigs. Davian Pouncil with 4, Jasper Meat with 4, with Matthews with 4. They tell him to sit for a moment. 8-point game, 51-43, 6:36 left in the game. Brandon navigates left, passes left to Pouncil. Pouncil gets a screen by Hill, dribbles inside. On the attack, left-handed layup, no good, just bounced out. Pouncil so good on the attack, that time just popped out. Cougars want to work quickly. Reynolds pump and drive. Low post. Looks for an open man. Outside is Riley. Quick shift to the near corner. Wofford for the corner 3. No good. Too strong. Rebounded by Smith in the corner as he's met by Morris. Weaving through traffic against him and Williams. Dribbles top of the key. Takes a top of the key 3 as he was hit hard by the top of the key area. He'll get 3 free throws here as that one went as an air ball, but 2 different Cougars. Take your pick on who you want to call the foul on.
Foul's going to be on 22.
Really bid on that. That was Wofford with the foul. That is his 4th, team 3rd, and 3 free throws here for Brandon Smith.
And that was his 5th defensive rebound on the other side.
I'm telling you, his instincts just really, really good. It's like the game moves in slow motion for Brandon. First free throw is good. How many points is he up to?
He's up to 18.
He's cut it to a 7-point game. It's been a while since McAlester has brought it to a 5. His second attempt. Good. So it's 51-45. He has 1 more free throw. Back into the game, TJ James. Again, he's been someone that has gotten multiple blocks against McAlester in this second half alone. An excellent vertical for TJ James. Third free throw. Brandon perfect on all of them.
I guess you could say paint it gold.
51-46. McAllister's brought it to a 5-point game. Williams drives in. Low post 2. Made it. And that's about as perfectly as you can play that if you're Jasper Meat. Any more contact, you would have been fouled out. 53-46. I'm okay with the way that he guarded that. I don't think you could have guarded it really better. Excellent play. Top of the key 3 by Rodney. Contested, was in and out. And a ball hit out of bounds by the Cougars and Grayson Morris. McAlester will have a second chance here, down by 7. 53-46, still plenty of time. 5:43 left in the game. Pouncil slaps the ball and looks for a man to get the inbound. Finds Rodney wide open, near corner 3 in the air. Back irons it. Hill fighting for the rebound. They're going to say he got a foul called on him here, trying to create separation for the board.
That's the 4th on Caven now. So right now McAlester has Pouncil, Hill, and Meat all with 4.
Coach Dawkins not taking any of them out. We're going to ride or die with these guys right now. 5:33 left in the game, 53-46. Reynolds guarded by Hill. Out in space. Dribbling right behind the back dribble, top of the key, shoveling to the left side. Williams takes the contested left wing. 3, good. Big 3, back to a 10-point game. 56-46, McAlester looking for an answer. Washington trying to give it to him. Gets everyone to jump and scores. Beauty of a move by Rodney Washington. Coach Dawkins calls his 3rd to last timeout. He's got 2 left. 5:10 left in the game in an 8-point game. 56-48. McAlester trying to balance fouls here as well. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
56-48, the Buffaloes are down by 8 with 5:10 left in the game.
And you had Jacoby Boyd come in for Caven Hill.
Cougars will inbound. McAlester tries to press, although they have 3 different players right now on the floor with 4 fouls. By the baseline, throwing it out near corner, Riley double teamed by Brandon and Jasper, and a timeout called by Coach Caulfield. So we're taking back-to-back timeouts. This one will be a 30-second. 5 minutes left in the game, 56-48. Buffaloes trail on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Kudos to the McAlester Buffaloes to make this a game after being down by 16 at the end of the first half. It is 56-48. Ada has the basketball. They have 3 timeouts remaining. McAlester has 2. It's Ada basketball with a Riley inbound near sideline on their side of the floor. With 2 McAlester players right now playing with 4 fouls. That's Jasper Meat and Davian Pouncil. Williams, short corner near side, picks up his dribble guarded by Boyd, who has no fouls on him. Throws it back by the circle to Morris with under 5 minutes left in the game. McAllister's brought it back to a 5-point game before an answer back with a 3. Far sideline. Reynolds passes back near sideline to Williams. Guarded opposite of Boyd, gets past Boyd. Williams on the attack. Williams lays it low, 2-pointer up. Misses the 2-handed dunk, offensive board. Blocked shot by Boyd, and Mead's got the rebound. Mead's trying to find a man. Got to get rid of it. Finds Rodney. 4:35. The clock has not started. There it goes. Right wing 3 by Rodney. Won't go. And Rodney's shooting continues to struggle here today. Who's the foul on? If it's on Mead, he's done.
I think it's on Boyd.
I think it's on Boyd as well.
If it's on Boyd, it's his first.
Yeah, it's on Boyd. That's just his first. Team 4th. 4:29 left. 56-48. Rodney continues to struggle from the field today. 3 of 20 for Rodney. McAlester pressing. Ada beats the press with a quarterback pass. Now back the other way. 2-pointer right by Jasper Meat. Can't score. Offensive board Riley. Riley gets hit by Boyd on the back, and he'll go to the line after he can't convert from the left block.
And that Ada will be in the bonus for the remainder of the game.
Boy, it's been a long day at the gym. Riley trying to make this back to a 10-point game. His first free throw, no good, though. So Ada leaving the door open for McAlester from the line here in the second half.
I'll tell you what they were after this free throw.
Second free throw by Riley is in the air, and he makes that one to split the trip.
10-17.
And they were, 8 of 11?
I believe so.
Going into the break, 57-48, McAlester down by 9. It's go time here for the Buffaloes if they want to change the course of this. Left wing, Washington to Smith, right wing. On the drive, gets to the low post, and that is emphatically blocked by Riley. Out of bounds, into the cheerleaders, McAlester basketball still.
And that is 5 blocks for Ada.
Smith will inbound baseline. Quick find to Boyd. They caught him napping. Boyd can't score from the left block area. And Jasper Meat will be tied up with Riley as Riley went hitting the deck as they were both wrestling for the ball. Possession arrow does favor Ada anyway, so it is their basketball with 3:59 left. Got to score on those. Boyd has been great. It just sometimes he struggles from right by the basket. Near corner, double team. Boyd trying to force the turnover. Instead, they find an open Williams. Williams lobs it to the other side, feeds it in. Not expecting it was James. It's stolen by Pouncil. Pouncil to Smith, far sideline. Smith on the attack, low post, draws contact. Got it and one! Brandon Smith too tough. And he continues his reign of dominance in the past 5 games.
He's got 22.
If anyone's wondering, his career high is 29 points. He draws a second foul on Tice Williams, who's been one of the most impressive players for the Cougars, the freshman. Caven Hill getting ready to get the call to go back in with his 4 fouls. Smith gets the shooter's bounce, and it's a 6-point game as he converts on the and one. So Hill in for Meat, 1 4-fouler in for another. Coach Dawkins trying to balance out those minutes with those guys with foul trouble. As this pass goes underneath the netting, stolen by Smith. Smith's 2, high out the glass, in again. Brandon Smith continues to impress. 4-point game. Left wing, Reynolds on the attack. Lost the ball, stolen by Boyd. Boyd spin move past Williams. Ahead to Washington. Washington one-on-one with James. Can't slam it home. Blocked at the rim. Offensive board. They say it was last touched by Boyd out of bounds. I thought he might have saved it.
He wasn't out of bounds.
I thought he saved it along the baseline. Again, that is not in the view of our area. I thought that Jacoby Boyd might have saved it. What a block by TJ James. That got 8 of them up on their feet for good reason. Denied Rodney Washington again by the basket. Pass to Riley, ahead far sideline to Reynolds. In a 4-point game, 3:18 left in it. In the paint, back out, the right elbow, driving in Riley, just ran over his man, misses the shot, traveled first. Brandon's wanting some help. Caven Hill races over to the baseline to help him on up. 3:13 left. Brandon Smith doing exactly what he did against OK and turning it on in the 4th quarter. Top of the key. Passing left to Rodney. Rodney wanting to give it back to Brandon between the circles. Back to Rodney, right wing. Rodney on the attack. Inside. Tough 2. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Can't put that one in either. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Jacoby Boyd. And now for Rodney. What is that? 3 of 24?
23.
23, man. Just an uncharacteristic couple of days of shooting for Rodney Washington. And also, it's partly due to the excellent post defense of the Cougars. Once again, the Cougars beat the press. Williams inside. Williams can't finish down low. Once again, Davian Pouncil with the board. Ahead to Smith. Smith 2-on-2. Smith driving to Boyd. Boyd right block. Back outside. Right wing 3 by Rodney. Won't go. No. Riley takes it away. Riley takes away from Pouncil. Ahead to Williams. Williams for 2. Blocked. No. Big collision down the low post, and a foul called on Rodney Washington, who hits the deck hard. And he's still laying on his front. As the 2 went for a dunk/block, and Rodney is down and being tended to. And Caven Hill's got both hands on top of his head as we'll have an injury timeout. 2:34 left in the game. Buffaloes trail 57-53 here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So being looked at by Coach Dawkins, Coach Colbert, and Brandon Smith. Coach Dawkins now, he's actually being ushered back towards the bench by Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith is trying to prevent Dawkins from getting the technical, and Dawkins said too much to the official, and that's what leads to the tee. Dawkins is still irate with the official. I have not seen him this upset. He kept talking the entire way from the area where Rodney was hurt all the way to the other side. And Brandon Smith was trying to keep Dawkins from getting that technical, and it just didn't work. So now there's 4 free throws here coming up by the Cougars, and if they convert on all 4 of them, that's a huge swing of momentum. First free throw made by Williams. That could take it from a 4-point game to an 8. Second free throw made as well. And then 2 more free throws, and they get the ball. This could be a 6-point swing, depending on what happens on the next possession. Free throw made again. 3 of 3. Can they go 4 of 4? No. They still get the ball, though, but 3 out of 4 takes the deficit from 4 to 7 for McAlester. And Rodney Washington, first off, the most important thing is he okay? And he got up and he walked himself off the floor mainly under his own power, but he's got a limp to his leg. That is what they're looking at right now. Inbound into the baseline, and we have whistles, and we're still talking over here by the McAlester bench as the official stopped play to talk to the McAlester bench once more.
And Patton's in for Rodney.
Boyd got one loose. Boyd, low post over to Brandon. Brandon right block 2. They call a blocking foul, so Brandon with 2 more free throws, but Jacoby Boyd gets the ball back for the Buffaloes with a chance to bring it back to a 5-point game with 2:28 left in it. This is McAlester Ada. Again, Rodney is trying to walk off the pain that he has over there by the tunnel. It looks like he's favoring the left leg. First free throw by Brandon is good. It's the 4th foul on Rex Reynolds. Both teams are in the bonus for the final 2:28. Brandon trying to bring it back to a 5-point game. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by the Cougars. How many is Brandon up to now?
He's up to 26.
In the front court to Riley, 2:22 left. By the half-court line, Riley gets past Boyd. Double team, throws it high inside for Matthews. Runs over Pouncil. Is it a charge or is it a blocking foul? Blocking foul, Pouncil's done. And 1 as well.
I mean, he was set. He was very set.
Again, it's on that far side. It's a bang-bang play. Officials give him the and 1. It's back to an 8-point game. Chance to make it a 9. And they went again to the McAlester bench. One official did.
He was signaling that was his 5th.
That was his 5th.
And we'll see who's going to come in. It'll be Ty Moscato.
That was going to be somebody's 5th. It was either going to be Matthews or it was going to be Davian Pouncil. They give it to Pouncil. This will be a chance at the 3-point play. McAlester running out of time with 2:13 left in it. Spins the ball. Matthews bends the knees. Shot is up. Shot is missed. Being grabbed was Hill. Ball goes out of bounds, though, and it's last touched by the Cougars, Grayson Morris, along the baseline. 8-point game. McAlester still in it with 2:10 left in it, but they'll have to do it for the most part, maybe the rest of the game without Rodney Washington, who left a little bit earlier due to an injury. Driving in Brandon. Brandon floater won't go, but he got fouled again. 2 more free throws for Brandon Smith, who's closing in on his career high.
He's at 26 right now.
How many free throws have we shot today? I thought that yesterday was crazy.
Adis had 22. My goodness. This is 50 and 51.
Not for McAlester, obviously.
No,
Total. Brandon hits the first free throw. 7-point game. Chance to bring it back to a 6. Second free throw. Brandon missed that one. Boyd's got the offensive board, though. Boyd one dribble to Patton. Patton dribbles it inside. Jump stops. Low post 2. He won't get it. Cavenhill trying to grab the board. And we'll have a foul called in the low post, which immediately leads to free throws on the other side for Grayson Morris.
Foul was on Patton, his first.
I would have liked Patton to take the left wing 3 there.
Yep.
That would have been a higher percentage shot for him than trying to jump into the low post. Maybe you're trying to draw the fouls there, but again, he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. He's at 36% from 3 on the year, which by my count is second best on the team in terms of percentage. First free throw is missed by Morris. They're still leaving the door open for McAlester, and McAlester needs to take it. .155 left. Second free throw missed as well. Offensive board, Gus Matthews. Out straight away, Riley. How many is that for them now?
That's 10 offensive rebounds.
And a foul called off ball, which means more free throws.
Fouls on...
I think that's on Brandon. No, Case Patton. That's back-to-back fouls on Patton that leads to back-to-back 2 free throw attempts. Back to Grayson Morris, who missed his last 2. Partner, this broadcast has gone well over 3 hours.
Well, this is free throws 55 and 56.
First free throw, no good either. Morris has missed his last 3 in a row, and it's still a 7-point game.
And I'll tell you what Ada's shooting after this free throw.
Get a rebound if he misses. Come on, McAlester. Second free throw. Missed again. Jacoby Boyd gets the board. It's still a 7-point game.
Ada's 13 of 26 from the free throw line.
Top of the key three. Brandon back irons it. Goes for his own rebound. Grabs it in the corner. Brandon attacking baseline. Floater from the baseline. Good, Brandon Smith. 62-57.
He's tied his career high with 29.
Along the baseline, Riley in trouble. Throws to Wofford. Wofford near sideline. Throws to the feet. Gathered back by Reynolds. He takes it back out in the front court. Nearly lost the ball by Patton. Top of the key back to Riley. 1:20 left in the game. Riley passing left side to Morris. Morris bounce pass to Matthews. Back outside. Playing keep away. 1:13 left in a 5-point game. Reynolds right wing. Passing back top of the key. Riley. Far corner. Wofford.
At this point, you might want to foul.
And here is
not
the foul.
that one, though.
Caven Hill just picks up his 5th as he tried to swipe the ball away from, that was Gus Matthews. And now McAlester has had 2 starters foul out.
Sound familiar?
Last night, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes had 3 starters foul out. McAlester without 3 starters right now as Rodney's tending to a leg injury. Caven Hill's fouled out, and Davian Pouncil has as well. So the Buffaloes down 3 starters. Matthews' first free throw is good. 6-point game with 1:04 left in it. It's a long shot, but still not impossible for the Buffs to come back in, but they are definitely behind the 8 ball. This to make it a 3-possession game. Matthews' second free throw is short, and a lane violation on McAlester.
Yeah, I think Jacoby Boyd stepped in there early.
It's a long motion for Gus Matthews, and it leads to someone biting early. Second free throw. Made the most out of it. 2-2 from the line there. 7-point game, 64-57, 60 seconds left. Near corner. Patton back out to Brandon. Brandon, long left wing 3. No good. Rebounded. Still being fought for as jumping on its Moscato. They're going to call a jump ball, not a timeout by Coach Caulfield, who was wanting one and doesn't get it, and McAlester owns the possession arrow.
And got some more John down
inside
on the court,
paint.
back and forth.
53 seconds left in a 3-possession game. Why is it Ada basketball?
Whoa.
McAlester owns the possession arrow. It's McAlester.
No.
McAlester owns the arrow. It's on, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And now Boyd will inbound. Why was that even a discussion? Boyd inbounds far corner, tries to find Smith. It's hit out of bounds by Riley. This frustrating day needs to come to an end, but hopefully it comes to an end with a McAlester comeback, if you're a Buffalo fan, obviously. Boyd inside to meet, backs up his man, goes for the tough 2, won't go in. Rebounded by Riley, he takes it out. Boyd tries to take it back, foul called, more free throws. We might break the record today. Mylan Riley with 2 free throws as Boyd picks up his 3rd personal.
Looking for a free throw totals?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, I can tell you.
First free throw. No good.
That is free throw number 58. We got 59 coming up.
How many by Ada?
That is 29 by Ada.
We had a stoppage for a moment. Official gives the ball back to Riley, trying to split the trip at the line. His second free throw is made as it rolls through. 65-57, McAlester down by 8. Smith dribbles to the left wing. Near corner. Attacks again. Low post, tries to spin. Lost the ball, stripped loose by Morris. And that should be the game. Riley is fouled by Moscato. We'll get 2 more free throws. We're going to eclipse
60 free throws. That's just his first.
33.3. Again, more than likely, that's the ball game here. Buffalo's made it a fight in the second half, but just could not overcome the Ada Cougars. And frustrations abound. And again, the most important thing that comes from today is hoping that Rodney Washington is okay. It looked like he injured his left leg as he came down with a block attempt I have no idea what happened on that second free throw. I believe it was made.
It was good.
67-57. Patton right wing into the corner to Moscato. Moscato back to Boyd. Boyd is hit by Riley. We're going to have more free throws as both teams are in the bonus, so Jacoby Boyd at the line. Boyd is a 55% free throw shooter. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. And
Brandon, tell me if you've heard this before. I think Brandon Smith's going to end the game with 29.
That will be the 4th time he's finished with 29?
I think so.
Why can't we get him into the 30-point club, man?
We've had 19 fouls here in the fourth quarter, by the way.
Boyd's first free throw is good. Facio will check in for Moscato. McAlester playing without 3 starters, 2 to foul outs, and 1 to injury. Vest will come in for Morris. Boyd about to get his second attempt. Spins the ball, bends the knees, shot in the air. Boyd misses. Rebounded by Matthews against. And there's another foul. It's a free throw contest here in Ada.
Fouls on Facio, his first.
This fourth quarter has lasted about 45 minutes. We came into this fourth quarter, no joke, about 30 minutes ago.
We started today at 1 o'clock. It is 4:30.
It's been a long game, long day. First free throw by Riley is missed.
That's the 33rd free throw by Ada, by the way.
McAllister's been right up there, too. It's just an insane amount of free throws.
That was 64. This is the 65th free throw.
They missed them both. Boyd's got the rebound. Boyd trying to weave through traffic, lost the ball for a moment, gathers it back, gives it to Smith, 16 seconds. Smith stopping, restarting into the paint, floater up. Floater good! Welcome to the 30-point club. Brandon Smith hits the 2. He's got 31 today, a new career high, and he pulls McAlester within 7. Probably a little too late, but Coach Dawkins will call a timeout, and we'll have 11.2 remaining when we come back here on KNED.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Just a 30-second timeout. McAlester has one, but only 11.2 seconds left. In a 67-60 game, it'll be Ada basketball. If McAlester can get a quick turnover here, maybe something can happen, but that's your only chance, really. Inbound. And a quick push. Oh, that's going to be an intentional foul. Brandon Smith's getting hit with the intentional foul here as he delivered too much of a push to the Cougars. Cougars are starting to clap. Their fan base getting up on their feet, and they're going to go 2-0 against McAlester today. Only 3 times now this year that McAlester has had a day where both the boys and girls lost, and now it's happening back-to-back days. So that's 2 out of the 3 days where we've had a McAlester get swept. It's happening back-to-back days. Less than 24 hours. Tyson Williams' free throw is good. The 34th free throw?
35th.
Here comes the 36th of the day for the Cougars. Williams misses it. Again, does he not get 2 more? Because
no, I think they get the ball. Yeah, they get the ball after that.
Well, I know that was team foul. I mean, we're already in the bonus.
Yeah. Brandon, there have been 14 fouls on McAlester here in the fourth quarter. 14.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Absolutely not. That's 21 fouls in the fourth quarter.
Whistle. We've heard a lot of those today. Here's the inbound to Williams. Williams across the half-court line. We have more. No. They're going to let it go. Ada's going to take this one over the McAlester Buffaloes. The Buffaloes are down by 16 at the break. They brought it back to, at one point, a 4-point game, but they fall today 68-60 as the Ada Cougars get their revenge. We will recap this one when we come back. And the McAlester Buffaloes have a day that they want to forget, and they'll get ready for the district finale. We'll have 5 district games coming up, starting off in Claremore, then East Central and Tahlequah, before we're back at home against Glenpool and Durant. Again, 68-60, the final score here in Ada. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
New year means new resolutions and the perfect time to trade in and trade up at Benton Nissan of McAlester. Why settle for last year's ride when you can drive something with more tech, more comfort, and more style? Turn your trade-in into an upgrade you'll love, because your resolutions deserve the best ride. Fulfill your new year with a resolution you'll keep, a new Nissan from Benton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Welcome back to the Ada Cougar Activity Center on what has just been a overall frustrating day for McAlester basketball, and it's not even. It might be a top 3 most frustrating day I've ever called in my life of calling McAlester athletics. And the reason why is because, again, the Lady Buffaloes just couldn't have anything go their way today. They ended up losing by 39 points. Rylan Lesnow got hurt in that game and had to ice her left knee for the remainder of it, and we're hoping that she's okay. Kind of copy and paste, except McAlester made it a game near the end of it. They were down by 4 after being down by 16 at the break. Rodney Washington gets hurt, and he didn't return for the rest of the game, which is about 3 minutes left. So you're looking at Rylan Lesnow and Rodney Washington leaving with injuries, and we don't know the severity of them. I will say I did see Rylan being able to walk off a little bit more, but when the game was that far over, might be a precautionary thing there. Yeah. Rodney, in a close game, couldn't come back in. So we're hoping that he's okay. It led to technical fouls. It led to a lot of fouls. It led to a lot of free throws, and a day that would not end. McAlester ended up losing 68-60. Frustrations abound here, and at some point, even when it was a close game, it wasn't a fun watch anymore. I don't think it was much fun for either team to watch near the end of the stretch there, but still some good things come out of it, and we're going to talk about it here with your post-game stats, brought to you by McAlester Auto Collision. They are who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. And Nate, it starts off with Brandon Smith.
Yep, Brandon breaks into the 30-point club. He had 31 points today, 50% shooting from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Had 7 rebounds and 4 steals. Rodney Washington, 15 points today, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive, 2 defensive, along with 2 steals. Caven Hill had 9 points before fouling out, and that's going to be a bit of a common occurrence coming up here very shortly. 7 rebounds for Caven Hill, 4 offensive, 3 defensive, along with the steal and a block. Davian Pouncil had 4 points before he fouled out, also 4 rebounds and a steal. Jacoby Boyd had 1 point, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals and a block. Jasper Meade had 5 rebounds, 2 offensive, 3 defensive, and a block. Case Patton had a rebound, and that will Gianni Facio had a defensive rebound as well, and that will do it for individual scoring.
Are you ready to get wild?
Yeah.
These are some of the dumbest stats I've ever seen when it comes to team stats. I have never seen anything like it.
McAlester was 18 of 61 from the field, good for 30%. They took 61 shots today.
Good for how much percent?
30%.
So again, back-to-back days where McAlester shot less than 15% below what they average on the season. It's just trying to come off of a long break and not finding their shot.
Ada was 23 of 50 from the field, good for 46%.
That was the game.
Yep. McAlester, 4 of 20 from 3, good for 20%. Ada, 3 of 14 for 21%. Oh, my goodness. We're going to skip over that. We're going to come back around to that.
Come around to the free throws?
Yeah, and the foul count. Did you see the foul count?
I did not see the foul count.
McAlester had 34 total rebounds. Rebounding was actually dead even. 34 both sides. McAlester, 13 offensive rebounds, 10 for Ada. Ada had 24 defensive rebounds. McAlester with 21. 10 steals by each team. Ada actually forced 6, or there were 6 unforced Ada turnovers compared to 1 for McAlester. Ada had 6 blocks compared to McAllister's 3. And are you ready for this?
It's about to get insane.
McAlester, 20 of 31 from the free throw line.
That's exactly what they did last night.
20 of 31?
That's the exact same mark that they had last night. They've taken 62 free throws in the last 2 nights.
That was good for 65%. Ada, 19 of 36.
Oh, my gosh.
So if you're doing math at home, that is 67 free throws today. 67.
How many shots did we have today? We had 111 shots, and you add 67 free throws to that as well.
Yep.
So that means that roughly 180 balls were thrown into the air today.
Yep. And the foul count, McAlester had 28 team fouls today. Ada had 21.
And you mentioned like 14 McAlester fouls in the fourth quarter alone?
There were 14 fouls on McAlester in the fourth quarter alone. Ada had 7.
So, again, it's a frustrating day abound for, like we mentioned, for McAlester basketball, a top 3 most frustrating day of calling any kind of sports that I've had. Just to couple 2 losses to your rival, poor shooting days for both of our teams, 2 injuries to both of our some of our star players for both teams. It's just overall a day that you want to forget, and hopefully Ryland's okay, hopefully Rodney's okay, and it's going to be a short turnaround for them as well. Only 2 days in between. They'll get a day of practice on Monday, also a day to recover if the injuries aren't too significant before they have this is going to be the biggest 2-game stretch of the season for McAlester. They go to Claremore, and then they go to East Central.
Yep.
Claremore is right behind you at number 4 in the district standings. If you lose to Claremore, then the 3 spot kind of gets a little bit dicey. If you beat them, then you can still have a chance at the 2 spot in hosting, but then you have to beat East Central. Those games are back-to-back both next week. So your final thoughts on today as a whole, because, again, the Lady Buffaloes and Buffaloes just point-blank struggled today. I was proud of McAlester and how they fought back. It just was a game that kind of got out of control.
I mean, I think you said it best right there. I mean, it's a rivalry game. Weird things happen.
That's all you can chalk it up to. Let's thank our sponsors one final time, and we'll get ready to go back home. East on, US Highway 270?
Is that 270?
I can't remember. I don't ever get my highways right.
It's fine. I'd like to thank Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank N.A., Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports.
I think it's Highway 9. I'm pretty sure it's Highway 9. Who
who
cares at this point? We're going to take a road back home. Big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, and thank you, the listener, for spending your Saturday afternoon with us as well. One final time from the Ada Cougar Activity Center in Ada, Oklahoma. It was the Ada Cougar 68 and the McAlester Buffaloes 60 on the heels of McAlester Lady Buffaloes loss as well. Until Tuesday, when McAlester basketball continues this road stretch with a trip to Claremore, on behalf of Nate Brown and myself, this is Brandon Green saying don't just have a great weekend, have a Buffalo weekend, everybody.